way to play into Teemo in particular. I think that Yasuo tends to be one of the most popular pairings for the character to be able to try and counter some of this mid-range control zoning shell. But I do think Jinx has a pretty decent opportunity if you play the matchup correctly to be able to answer a lot of Teemo stuff.
Yeah, exactly. If you're able to try and, back up and set up a little bit of tempo with the drone, with some of the rockets, it's, not the worst thing in the world, but already lost so much HP on that Jinx. Now just trying to set something behind the rocket and tag, but now just going to town with the mushroom set.
Yeah, for now, just going to be slowing things down, using the traps while we can, getting these connections with the slingshot. And the most annoying is we find the air throw. Actually, is enough to kill.
Thought that we could bet it all on the get-up attack, but just waiting on that time winder, right? Said, all right, I'm not trying to take too many risks. Now we got the super assist ready for the Jinx, but takes the hit and actually is able to just tech out of the overhead from Ekko.
Oh, had the parry on the first hit there, but that super assist a little bit difficult. You gotta mash it out. Digging up a mushroom to be able to control the space as well. Unfortunately here for mazetraps, he's gonna have to back it off just a bit. Still does have control of the corner though, which is big.
Yeah, but INZEM just controlling the pace of the match again, just has so much space to work with so often, so fading away and catches you on the approach as well. Look at how much HP we took off of the jump in.
Had to block the mushrooms here, and because we do have that badge, unfortunately the DOT is starting to add up. It's gonna go straight in for the super, and it's almost enough to chip out.
Still in that chip territory, right? You got to worry about the 2x assists with the blow darts behind, but able to find a clean hit here. Took a big chunk out of the Teemo HP, so it's actually looking very doable for mazetraps.
Oh, okay, still got to play extremely tight though. Has that 2 meters, super mushroom, might just seal the deal. Misses out on the air, but finds the throw.
Here we go, just keep it simple with the downtime winder set, but now you got to be perfect on the parries, but was already committed to the run up button. It was close, but no cigar here for mazetraps.
And unfortunately, as soon as we whiffed there, no opportunity to go for the parries. Had to be able to go for the consistent parries there to save the day for themselves. The double down into the mix here, but Teemo able to use that extra movement. Honestly, it's one of those situations where sometimes it's almost better to get hit by the Jinx assist because that 30% damage scaling, but that's just like, I don't know if we're at that Yomi yet.
Trying to optimize for the hit, take a little bit less damage, but once again, just setting up the mushrooms, getting a lot of, space coverage, right? Because the slingshot's just bouncing off of the mushrooms, and now we run up behind a time winder too.
What an interruption, as well as the dash up block is also able to go for the tag to get the Ekko in, so has a better situation as well in the post-mortem for Teemo. Looking like they're potentially going to be able to take the round back here. mazetraps is looking incredibly strong, especially with the pickup off the throw.
Oh, now we set the monkey off of the charge JH. Still able to escape with the air dash here from Ekko. Super tag once again, but tries to spam out the parry. I wonder if we were just a little bit too late on one of the inputs.
Oh, and that continues to be one of the biggest headaches facing off against Ekko here. Oh my god, unfortunately, the consumption of the clone from INZEM actually passes him past mazetraps' clone. So when they actually go for the S2 themselves, it ends up in a natural cross-up. A tough situation to deal with there, but one you don't get to see often.
Ended up getting caught behind the back. Both of those clones set, but now we have the level 2 set. Install once again, just brings you right back into the corner.
Just gonna set up for the secondary limit strike here. No, just the OTG into the mix once again. This time to throw.
There we go. Are we going coast to coast? No, it's all good. We spend the burst. Gonna hold on to this corner, but has to block out the poison.
So here, time winder into the interruptions. Gonna go straight for the super. Look for the snipe. Can't go for the tag though, unfortunately. But the late double down actually still works out.
Oh, you know what? I think we were trying to go for a second Jinx laser super, but maybe ended up just doing it a tiny bit too early and ended up getting double down instead, right? Because of that electrified drone giving you an opportunity to double super. But now your Ekko in the back taking a little bit of damage. Once again, tapped on the Jinx too. Looking rough here as INZEM tries to mount this comeback.
Yeah, it's gonna have to ride it out with Ekko for a little bit of time here. As you can see, looping through the damage. When Teemo's involved, it's always enough. Misses out, actually, though. It's just barely not enough to kill, but we've already committed to the missile and lands down into the blow darts.
Yeah, heartbreaker for mazetraps there. I was wondering if the rocket was actually going to reach, but you were still too far away horizontally. The drop on the pickup, but after the forward tech, we still find one more hit for mazetraps. Trying to go up 1-0 right now. Fury still available for INZEM.
Oh, rolled pass and gets the jab, has time, is gonna go straight for the super time winder here. Fury's gonna build up, but it's gonna build up at a timing where, yeah, I was gonna say, we almost were able to bait it there.
Yeah. Scary. And fine to just hold back, right? You still have 40 seconds left on the clock. That super assist, and you're waiting for a little bit more health to come up off of the Fury. Now it's Teemo super assist behind the back.
Fury dash cancel after actually getting the hit with the Time Winder. And the opponent there misses the air.
Oops.
In the dash up throw. What a tech chase there. INZEM doing a great job staying on top of things, being extremely aggressive, which is definitely how you need to handle it.
Yeah, the Teemo super assist hitting behind the back was funny. Even after the cross through, still caught you with the single mushroom, but mazetraps able to draw first blood here.
Limit strike into the setup.
Yep.
So was able to get the bomb on the last one. This time it's the fake high into the low. Time Winders clash. And the situation pretty decent here for Jinx at full screen.
He sent out the drone, gave us some tempo to set up the choppers, but caught off by the stray Time Winder on the way back over, looking for an opportunity to tag, but definitely a risky time to send out your own Time Winder.
Double up with the assist here. Oh, and just switches, but I don't care. There's just no way, man. Something you just can't quite deal with here as we are going to go for the snipe again.
Yep. All right, set it with the Time Winder. Just trying to make Teemo a little bit careful about starting that setup, but still off of the tag. 5M starter here with the Ekko.
Oh, wasn't quite to the corner though, misses out. 2H also going a bit wide, but there's the dash up throw and more than enough to take care of this guy. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to rewind off of this one.
Nope.
Vandal Scout's going to have to do it solo.
There we go. Super 1, still pretty far away from Fury. You have one super assist available on the Ekko, but just trying to find any opportunity to, you know, stall out and set some more mushrooms on the screen.
Okay, 2H everyone, the assist, the symbols, everything comes through as we try to go for the roll past.
God, INZEM just trying to stall for time right now. The run through and runs back, but still looking for a chip damage scenario here on mazetrap's side. We got double down to keep it safe. Ooh.
Went for the tag back as well. I think Jinx is better in this situation for sure. Is of course the Zap is able to just cruise through everything. And if it's not Yasuo wind wall, we're not worried about it.
Yep. Now mazetraps on set point. Still, it's been so back and forth. Game point. My apologies. Still looking to try and tie up the set, but already pretty early on the momentum. Rocket Jump puts the Chompers just a little bit closer.
And you see the way mazetrap played that? I think that is a great example of what I was talking about before when I said that I don't think this is too bad. I think if Jinx has priority when it comes to like tempo and setting up projectiles and stuff, if you get the advantage at the full screen there, I think Teemo just kind of has to concede it or make a big guess. So INZEM was like, I'm not willing to guess, just swaps into the Ekko, and then when Ekko wins neutral, Teemo comes back in to be the damage engine.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's tricky when you're trying to, you know, advance on Teemo as he has ways of keeping you out, but right, it's Jinx. She has these full screen options to just threaten you and then set up her own tempo exactly like you're saying. So once again, tagged out into the Ekko, finds the hit off the rocket. Oh, but not able to tag back out to the Ekko here for a full confirm.
He unfortunately dashes into the blow dart there. It's going to be the delayed super to be able to get the confirm as we do make it just close enough to the corner here. Tag launcher, and that's actually a good timing for a break. I like that.
Yeah. First out in the JH, still caught out here by the laser, so we're just going to look for a single cross through into a reset throw, but wasn't able to find the tech. Oops. Straighting on the projectiles, big whip on the parry.
We needed that meter so bad, that's huge. Oh! No, dude. Oh, but the drop of the combo and gets the Zap full screen. We dash up and confirm it.
Yeah, beat up on both sides, but a crucial drop just makes you eat that Zap. So now 2 characters to 1 mazetraps in perfect position to try and tie up the set, but the jump in JM is clean from INZEM. Still not able to find the kill, but off of the scramble, the JL evens up the totals.
Okay. What a tech. Actually incredible way to save yourself. And a better mash. Actually sick from mazetraps. There is going to go into the fireworks and is just going to be able to do enough. Incredible way to seal the game here. 1-1 as mazetraps is showing off the power of this Jinx into the matchup so effectively. We are playing the long-range game just about as good as you possibly could.
Yeah, great situational awareness as well in the end in the clutch. Didn't quite have enough for Zap, so just routing up into the level 1, which still does so much damage. Now bringing us to game number 3. All the parries in the world, but you already committed to the S2. So able to find the escape out of the corner here for INZEM.
Back it off once again, try to go for the H to set up for the Time Winder. Deep cross up there, but it's able to handle business. But there's the restand, and there's the instant overhead. That charge heavy into the pogo is such a nightmare to deal with.
Exactly. Force the standing on Teemo. You don't even need it, but you might as well for a little extra plus frames. Ekko trying to open up here, but still finds the way to fight back. Level 1.
Yeah, that's the sacred mix right now, is you do the force stand and then you just go staggered low. Because when they see the force stand, they're like, it's stand-up time, baby.
Exactly. They're like, oh, it's fuzzy time. You got your setup, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we've gone back to layer 0. We're keeping it simple.
Oh, doesn't go for the pickup with the shovel there. It's just going to look for the mix-up instead. It's going to be super tagged to break straight back out. And again, it feels like the parry has gone wide a couple times there for INZEM. We've had the right idea, but it's just been slightly mistimed, it looked like.
Yeah. Saw the interrupt. I wonder if we just like card a button to it instead of the parry, but I'm sure you have that bound to the macro. Right before the slingshot landed, we're going to find the throw and straight into the level 3 to take out one more character for mazetraps.
Send that marble straight back through. Attempt 37, always successful here. It's going to be Ekko aiming to try and deal with himself as well as Teemo here. I love the runaway, but the 2H, I like it a little more.
Hey, one character apiece. It's the Teemo versus the Ekko. You set the mushroom, but immediately run up for 2. I'm not trying to give you any space or any of that screen control.
Oh, try to double up on it there. Love the dash over timing. Still has the level 3 is INZEM, and we've seen not afraid to go for the reversal here and there. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I like that we're looking for a lot of these air-to-air S2s, making sure that Teemo doesn't feel comfortable looking for the float, but INZEM still running away with it. Sends out the Super 2. Swing it to the Time Winder. 13 seconds on the clock.
Not quite something we're scared of yet here. I like the chip out. Oh, and I like that to be able to interrupt as well. Stops the jump forward. That's huge. That was potentially a game-winning 2H on the Super. What a way to stifle the jump from full screen with no commitment.
There we go. As good as we are at keep away, right? The movement speed really gives you a rough time trying to catch up to an opponent who feels so comfortable just backdashing when you have so much of the screen left. mazetraps on set point. Burst down from INZEM. Still a lot of health left, but off to a rough start here in round number 2.
Oh, nice little routing there to be able to pick it straight back up. Love it as you reclaim the clone here.
Ooh. Okay. Fade away with the install.
If Ekko goes for that on a non-standardized setup, I love just going for get-up attack because I think a lot of people are too scared because they've been hit by the OS too many times.
Exactly. Just go and check if it's actually the setup. You're like, wait a minute, I don't think you're quite plus enough to check this, so let's see it. Oh, caught out here by the 6-6M. Bashing low coming out from mazetraps. No burst available for INZEM, so that should be one character down and basically full health on the side of mazetraps. This is such an uphill battle, even with all the meter that INZEM has.
Oh, I was going to say if there's a character that could do it, but here tries to go for that extra bit of optimization. Love the parries, though, to save yourself a ton of headache.
Woo. Oh. Yeah, you got to be perfect on the parries. Can we get one more? Oh, no, but the Time Winder is still out. Yep. Ooh, caught up with the 6-6M as well, as long as we don't drop. Keep it simple with the 2M. It's tag launcher to the character that's got the 1 meter left. And it's a 2-1 for mazetraps, bringing it right back to move on to winners semis. Just like stops a super right as it starts, and I feel like I'm getting rolled back. But we're going to roll you guys into our next set. Once again, back into winners quarters. It's Hikari versus Bubbs.
Okay. And getting to show us off our first instance of the werewolf here. The Warwick is going to come through here. Warwick is a character that, you know, a lot of people are saying is a little too linear to be successful at the higher levels in some cases here. But I think with the right team comps, especially with Freestyle, I think the way his overhead functions and everything about the character can end up really effective. But unfortunately here, on the other side, Hikari showing off another team that is incredible with that Freestyle fuse. The Yasuo Ekko, a team to definitely get used to. As you can see here, the damage and the pressure adding up to a dead character in 25 seconds.
It's free-flowing, it's speed-running, and we get you with the 5-8 starter. Yeah, I would burst that one too. Even with the character down, just look for the burst early, burst off, and at least with Fury, you have a chance. But as I say that, Hikari finds 1-2 hits off of the scramble, and now you're guessing for your life in what was 40 seconds of this first round.
Yeah, unfortunately there, things are just going to happen that way sometimes. Sometimes your opponent's going to get that one open up and things are going to be done in a hurry as our first perfect of the night for Hikari is able to get us started right away, and off the tag is able to find the 2H. Such a successful way to be able to stop that approach from Warwick.
Yeah, I love the tag. You know, it gives you that little freeze frame to try and react, but it's tricky when that 2H just ends up sending them long the other way. Hard to react in the moment to the spacing, but still able to find another hit here for Hikari. Big whip on the stance 2H, and off of the scramble gets caught out here by that S2. That quick overhead finally gets the burst from Hikari.
Yeah, and that overhead, it's like 20-something frames, like 24, 25, 26, somewhere in there. That's a lie, dude. That counts the startup of the run, and the run could be anything. So actually, it's like 18. It's kind of ridiculous, man.
Exactly. So Warwick dropped right before the frame meter dropped. So when we labbed this character, we saw 19 frame overhead. We were like, wait, that is insanely broken. And then we looked at the frame meter, it said 24, and we're like, oh, you have dash startup. You're like, wait, it's dash startup. In the time it took me to explain it, now Bubbs is saying, all right, I guess you guys are saying my character's a little annoying. Let me show you with the Bloodlust how much more I can do. Quickly looking to try and tie it back up here as we're, you know, being so respectful of the time winder. And as soon as those active frames run out, we pull up with the cross up.
Yeah, and with that Bloodlust active there, Warwick boasting arguably the best burst option in the game, coming out with that rash forward, that S1, that forward S1, incredible stuff. Projectile invincible, very minus on block, but it's unbelievably active, can cross up. It really does a ton of stuff for you if you have that assist out to threaten the tag. As you can see here though, not going to see much of it. Hikari's going to be able to get the open up and set up with the limit strike in the corner. Nice optimization to be able to get to the wall. And unfortunately, the mistimed parry.
Yeah, brought you to the wall, gave you a little bit of meter, and especially gave you that break meter up. So even if Bubbs was able to find the escape, still we had that break to maintain the corner, but baited out the parry with that S2. Just so much damage scaling off of it, and the rising slash tag back into Ekko to find one more hit on Bubbs.
Dash up with the Fury active. Win! Oh, tried to go for the dash up S1, which a lot of times can be a good fix-all in those trying to brute force Fury situations, but now doesn't even need the OS. Says little dash back, shimmy the shoulders. One came on the board, Hikari. 2 perfects on the rounds he wins.
Yeah, I wonder what we saw there at that final interaction from Bubbs, right? On the burrito Oki. So normally if you're looking to execution test someone, which one would be insane, right? Hikari execution testing him is a, you know, a long shot. But looking for the up back when the time winder was already set, not sure. Maybe just a little panic, last chance, but it's okay. We still have a strong start to game number 2 here as we jump over the get up attack, but we whiff the punish.
Stand up there, and oh, Freestyle Privilege is able to get the block once again, as well as go for the run under, which a lot of other characters, that would seem like a mistake, but for Warwick, a character who thrives on side swaps, is able to set up the limit strike back into the corner.
Yep, able to find it up back 2 and the parry. I was so scared the time winder was gonna stay, and as you dash cancel the parry, you were gonna run into it, get stunned, and get comboed, but no, Bubbs big chilling off the parry, runs up, and that 5M just controls so much space. We're able to find the hit, but maybe not the cleanest confirm that we would have liked.
Oh, what a mash, though. I love that. With a life lead like what you have your break, you have that much meter behind you as well. That is the perfect time to test someone's metal and just mash on it. Really, really smart stuff. Good percentage play. You got to be careful about how you mash.
Yeah, mashed out in the S1, just sending out the sword and sending out the parries. Once again, Bubbs feeling so confident being active on the defense now, finding these openings in Hikari's offense.
Missed out on the extra little bit of confirm there. Unfortunately, has to block after the my time.
Play action. Caught you with the 2L. Tries to mash out. That's burst out from Bubbs. A clean jump in over the time winder set, though. But yeah, that's a meter down. We waited for the burst. I like the delay from Hikari.
One, a way to follow. Oh, and what a dash. Max distance just barely. Clips is going to be able to follow through here as we make it to the wall. Potential limit strike, as that is going to be the setup.
Oh, Tricky didn't even go for the time wander. Instead, it was the double rewind with the cross up, and Yasuo finishing the job. What the hell?
See here, slow and steady the way you need to be. Warwick is able to run through those projectiles, but you don't want to brute force it if you don't have to. See there, able to get the footsies win, which is difficult in this matchup.
Able to find the super one as well. Straight off of the DP. Should just activate into the Bloodlust once we get at this round start.
Okay. Oh no, clean connection here. Not enough to kill, but still, it's a two-touch game right now.
Feeling decent for Hikari as we're running down the Bloodlust timer, but when you're getting comboed, it really doesn't take too much away from the meter. Tries to go for a hard burst bait, but Hikari does not bite.
Oh, and that was after such a good call from Bubbs there. Oh man, Bubbs saw that we were gonna go for the S1, S2 like we had been a couple times, or the crouch medium S2 like we had a couple times, which does catch and jail a ton of situations. But obviously Warwick forward S1, projectile invincible, just runs past it. That was what an unfortunate place to lose out on such a good read.
Yeah. Idea of unfortunately wrong timing, looking for a push block here on the sandwich pressure, but still caught out as Ekko lariats his way back in with the rewind.
Up after the tag, forces the stand. Nice, incredible defense from Bubbs, top to bottom, but then the parry goes wide. Oh no.
Yeah, it was so strong in the sandwich pressure. Like you mentioned, right? That charge heavy, opening up the opportunity for the fuzzy J2H. But after the whiff parry, it was one more touch to take that one last character down. Hikari on set point, one character away.
Demon Flip actually got the hit, misses on the parry there. The meter comes off the table, but a great jab to beat the command throw.
Yep. Ooh, behind the back, able to escape with the leap. Ooh, Bakata here with the Yasuo super assist. That crumple state gives you so much time to chomp up and side swap here with the forward S2.
Doesn't quite get us there. 75% on the Bloodlust here. Looking for any kind of touches. The air throw, a hell of a reaction for Bubbs on his survival point.
All right, this is not a terrible situation to try and get this comeback and tie up the set. Yes, it's Fury Ekko, but it's also Bloodlust Warwick, but clean pickup here from Hikari. No more meter left in the bank. He's still got so much super assist as well.
Another hit there. Gonna save the Fury for sure. Even with the level 3, you're still alive on this one.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no, the whip on the cross-up, maybe just a little bit too early on a reset situation, but enough to build up the Fury. Any stray touch should be enough. The super assist is down, but nothing found off of the air-to-air. So on the way back down, Hikari finds the kill for a 2-0. Winning all these neutral interactions back-to-back. We didn't even get a chance.
Hey, with this match coming up real quick, I do want to remind everybody, by the way, ! giveaway in the chat if you want to have a free entry to potentially win $100 in reward points for iBUYPOWER. So you want to potentially be able to get something crucial for yourself as the holiday season comes up. Make sure you hit that giveaway, but that's going to bring us into our next match here. It's going to be Froncois and Yata. And Froncois has quickly become one of my favorite players to get to watch. Froncois is like one of the most aggressive Ahris. Like, I feel like Ahri is pretty well designed and well intentioned to be a cool, like mid-range kind of runaway character that controls space. I feel like Froncois holds W more aggressively than any other Ahri I watch.
It's like the bell curve meme where you're like, oh, I have mobility, I'm gonna air dash into their face. And then layer 2 is like, oh, I have so much mobility, I'm playing keep away, I'm backdashing, I'm baiting their approach. And then layer 3 is Froncois where you're like, I'm gonna run Yata down, I'm gonna put their Yasuo at 10%, and even when you tag back in, it's tag launcher to take away even more HP. Last time off of this knockdown, he went for the empty low, but parries on the meaty projectile only to get caught out with a cross-up. J2H behind the back and a clean side swap too. It's level 1 for the kill.
I just want to point out as well that Yata just ran one of the most disgusting like sandwich situations with Freestyle I've ever seen in Froncois.
Yeah.
It weathered most of the storm here. The defense has been extremely impressive, but Yata more than capable here on the comeback, especially with the parry going wide. Vamps the meter and misses out on the limit strike, but still gets the mix after.
Yeah, exactly. That high-risk, high-reward play to try and preemptively parry the cross-throughs or the slashes, but you have so many ways to bait that out as Yasuo. Just taking to the skies, seeing what your opponent is looking for as well. Speaking of taking to the skies for Froncois, but as soon as that Ekko tries to jump back in, it stands to H to bring you back down to the ground.
Yata had two really interesting situations in a row there that we couldn't quite capitalize on. It's unfortunately falls victim there to the super time winder, just barely connecting. I thought for sure we were going to be able to get through the gap, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get there.
I was like mid-water sip, and then I saw the counter hit, and I almost spit it out over my keyboard. Yeah, that was a dangerous situation, but Froncois still able to bring the round right back. So full on the break gauge timer. Ooh, okay, caught up by the time winder, but it's not the slow-mo confirmed. But oh no, it auto-corrected! You 5M the assist, you caught the Yasuo behind the back with a 5H, and then look at how much damage we're taking for it.
That was super unlucky there. S2 got the knockdown, limit strike, and you have to trust your fireball to cover that tech, the tech neutral and tech back there. Dash backwards, try and go for the throw, react to that roll.
A5M5H looking to maybe bait out a parry. A lot of these, you know, up forward air dashes with the Ekko assist right behind. Threaten the throw, threaten the tag, and now caught you out with a counter hit down fireball.
Jab, followed up. With the dash forward, couldn't quite get the connection there. Charge heavy, fakes it and gets the parry out from him. Okay, now kind of got sauce here.
Here we go, we got the parry on the forward fireball as well. Runs up to find a happy birthday, and that's burst out from Francois. Still gets caught out here and caught with a slow-mo time winder as well. Maybe a reset situation, but you did end up getting air to air.
Take a break into the level 3, absolutely. Francois gonna be able to put an exclamation point on the game here. Looking very, very strong, as unfortunately, Yata's had a lot of good offensive strings and has been able to find block strings, but occasionally it's been Francois with good defense, and occasionally it's been Yata just missing out on confirms on their own touches here. It's 1-0 right now, but that was a game where it felt like they each got the same amount of hits.
Yeah, back and forth for sure, but caught behind the back here with the Ekko low. Just worried about the potential freestyle tag back in off of the rising slash, but just trying to look for a little back dash to stay right out of range of the 5M. Still the deep dash coming out from Yata. Found a block string, but nothing to be found. Sends out the level 1, but a level 1 in turn for that projectile and vulnerability.
Absolutely, can't be predictable with your timing there on the super. In the super, Flash is able to match on their own as the high-low game unfortunately does not go our way. And because Ahri was there creating a corner, was able to link the jab. That was cute.
Ooh. I actually thought the Ahri back assist was just going to be eaten by the Yasuo win wall, so kept up the pressure. But as I say that, Francois swiped up here. One more character down.
Sets up the win wall there and is going to try and back it off just a little bit. Down H, dude, the button of the lords. That normal? I don't like to say that things need to be nerfed, but take a look at Ahri jump down H. I'm just saying, bro, that is a normal.
Life is good, man. J2H does my taxes. I'll tell you that much. I don't even know what side of the opponent I'm going to land on, and I just pray and hope that it ends up auto-correcting for me. There we go. Pretty even situation on the HB. It's Fury out. Oh, but still caught out here with the super assist. That runs down the timer just a little bit, but especially with the extra damage and the extra mobility, it's a clean pickup off that counter hit air to air.
What a parry, but unfortunately it's not going to matter there. Francois still going to lose out on the later interaction. Incredible choices from Yata, and truly the only not really any adjustments. Yata just converted the hits, got the same amount of hits as they got last game, but this time was able to turn it into full combos.
Yep. Oh no! To bait out the run up, but instead the 5M to try and catch the approach. Instead, got whipped to punish for your troubles as Francois finds the hit.
Tag launcher getting the Ahri. Always want to end with the Ahri if you can. That limit strike loop is just a bit too ridiculous here, as unfortunately a little too close to the sun on that one as well. Was able to get hit by the get up attack.
Yeah, I think we should have been able to block after the jump forward, but I don't know, maybe just a little bit too late in the heat of the moment. Now your assist is getting beat up, but trying to do the same on the other side. OTG with the super one. It should be a clean kill confirmed with no meter required, but because you didn't have enough health, you're not able to find a side swap.
Air throw, went a little wide. Oh no, and the parry once again does not happening here. No meter left on the table. Yata should build some from this combo, but even after the dropout,
unfortunate drop. Maybe trying to dash through to bait out the burst from Yata, but still able to find a safe Fury activation here. Lockdown with the air-to-air JH, but okay, yeah, you gotta respect that double assist. No pickup after the J2H.
Had push block for most of this and just tanked it. That was surprising from Yata there. Maybe was just waiting for a gap to try and go for the Yasuo super assist, because it is very good against a lot of the weird turn steal stuff that these two characters that do like to utilize projectiles can do. But I'm surprised to see Yata just tank all that without the push block.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe thought that Francois was going to, you know, bait that out, so looking for an opportunity to save up. Not sure, but by the way, a couple retreating guards into the JS2. Snipes Ahri looking for that air fireball. Clean pickup from Yata.
Yeah, and off the limit strike here is going to be able to go for the nasty set. I cannot believe he ended up same side. That was ridiculous, but a great parry timing as we're going to go straight through with the super for the Yasuo.
Carry Parry into S1 super, finds a side swap, and the tipper off of that stance to H. It's burst out. Try and stay alive here from Francois and make sure that Ahri stays alive.
Air to air, nice confirm. Set it up well. We are going to get the limit strike safe and simple. Build some of that break back.
Ooh, safe and simple, simple and clean. The 5L pickup in the corner off of the overhead. The clone ready. Once again, we get this burrito Oki for Yata.
We'll do it, unfortunately, for Francois here on that side, as well as just the S2 straight-up commitment from Yata, and is able to get damn near a perfect in the third round there to be able to equalize 1-1. Kind of a banger so far going into the third game.
I mean, even that first game was so back and forth, so I'm not surprised to see these gamers take it the distance to game number 3. Just gonna get the advantage here, just playing it so much slower than we've seen in the past. All right, never mind, super turbo as we bring us over to the corner, tag back into the Ekko, and that's first down from Yata.
Oh my god.
I got jump scared.
Holy moly. Turbo mode activation cuts through, misses out on the confirm though, so a bunch of damage off the table, as well as Francois just running past it. See, that's underrated. If somebody puts up wind wall, just they can't stop you. Dash macro, go get him. That's exactly. A long ending move.
It doesn't have a hitbox. It doesn't have a collision box. Of course, you're trying to respect the follow-ups that you have after it with Pierce, with setting up that tornado. But hey, if they feel a little bit too comfortable behind that wind wall, you might as well try and take some space. And that Ekko is looking worse for wear behind the back. If we didn't find the interrupt for Francois, that could have been a dead Ekko.
Fortunately here, that Ekko is going to be living on one more touch. Goes for the tech forward. Unfortunately, Francois not ready for it there. But my time, and I'm in. Here we go for the low again.
That's the classic. Oh, there we go. Perfect parry timing on the Ekko. It's tricky, right? There's like a little micro delay you have to do depending on, the distance and the time between the hits. But Francois still able to keep Yata locked down. Now on set point.
So there's something in me, primal, that activates when people say Yata and then locked. Chat, if you know, you know. Coming through, straight through with the double up on the Spirit Rush. Love that for Francois. We're going to be forced to use the break. But a great interruption, but it doesn't matter. Yata, the god of the 45-degree angle, is able to cut through.
Okay, y'all are moving a little bit too fast. We got to slow it down to the speed limit. We had so many good interrupts, but because of the awkward spacing, just barely ending up behind you, drops on 5Ms ended up leading to the scramble, but Yata still able to bring Francois back to this corner.
Hip-hop knows. Straight in. Oh, get up attack gets caught, but incorrectly for Francois. We're going to save for Fury. This is definitely the right call.
Chillin, still able to find a hit on the other Ekko. Should be able to even up the character total right now. There we go. And Yata's still pretty far away from Fury as well.
For the jump over, but once again, the Lord of the Anti-Air 2H from Yasuo saves the day. Super assist, also able to get it, and a great call to be able to just go for the limit strike. Fury going to be a bit earlier here for Yata.
Exactly, full meter, so close to Fury. I wonder if we have a way to route into it with a wall bounce, or if we're just going to go straight into level 1, level 3. No, holds on to some meter here.
That's backwards. Oh no, and too far in the super actually. Okay. Both of them whiffing 2H in the panic.
Whiff for whiff, W for W, but still able to find a limit strike in the corner here. Set up the 2S2 burrito. Oki tricky with the FT high, and now it's burst out Fury time, but the slash off of the stance. H. There we go for Yata. We're final game, final round.
Tell me that game-ending screenshot angle of Yasuo was not the hardest thing you've ever seen. I dare you. Tell me it was
the finisher is hard.
You've ever seen.
It's beat.
S2 locked down here. He's gonna go for the limit strike. Down fireball. Okay, keep him locked down. Smart.
Okay, a little sandwich pressure. Jump back to make sure you're still in between both of those characters. Tries to go for the fuzzy on the J2H, but ended up on the other side. So able to find the whip punish here for Francois. That is a crucial drop for Yata.
Well, yeah, down to the Ekko here to try and save the winner's bracket life here. Doubled up on the S2 and commits to the fireball on the other side. Is going to be able to convert this fully, but no, the charge 8 sends us just a bit too far. Francois, neutral tech buttons, the classic.
Yeah, beautiful catch behind the back there from Yata, but it wasn't enough. So Francois still running away with the momentum. I assume you're looking for tag launcher here to just put in one character that has a little bit more meter, but no, instead, we generate some with that limit break. Still full break available for Francois.
Block down super, is able to find the throw. Just gonna commit right away, and since we had a clone behind us, able to use the break for the OTG, misses out on the anti-air. It's gonna commit the break. I'm surprised to see it not saved for the Fury there. Maybe a mismanagement of resources from Francois there.
Yeah, I felt the pressure in that final round, maybe just trying to keep both characters alive, but the Fury means so much, especially when now both of your characters, this could have been so much recoverable gray health on Ekko, but now it's a dead Ekko. You're a one-touch Ahri up against Yata with 2 more chances left to live. The meter advantage definitely in your favor. When are we gonna burst? Oh my god, 5M behind the back, so you can get the 5-8.
Oh, the dash forward! I thought for sure that was supposed to be a 2H, but it didn't happen.
Tool, and then we're like, wait, if the zoner has wind wall, what am I gonna do?
Hold on.
Chat, am I
Turns
good?
out if I shoot you and you can't shoot back, that's pretty good. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's a loaded gun, a loaded situation for sure. But loading on in. Once again, we're in our winners semifinals. Hikari versus mazetraps.
we are going to get a kind of a rarity here. There is some top tier stuff that we see a lot of people playing. But we are going to see the true mirror match on this one for sure. So see how Ditto plays out between the two, as so far it's been oops all projectiles, which is definitely the right call, being able to stifle a lot of the attempted pressures. But our first instance of a sandwich here, and is able to jump away pretty cleanly.
Oh my god, so many tags. When you have double freestyle, it's going to be pretty difficult to keep track of who's actually on point. There we go, we found you with the stray S1. Cute little knockdown here, but able to find a starter with the 2L.
Bro, I love freestyle slap, where we're both just double tagging. Actually my favorite.
Where am I? I'm over here, I'm over there. I'm sending out Time Winder, and I'm finding a pickup here with the Yasuo.
Set up for the limit strike back into the corner here. Tag, definitely coming through. Gonna set up for the charge heavy. No, instead it's just a clean connection.
Ended up just not swapping over to the Yasuo after the rising slash. Just tapping on the doors here with the knock 5L. Baits out the parry and baits out the burst too, but because he didn't block it, you don't get a full confirm. Still, another hit for Hikari, and with a clean kill confirmed, that should be one character down.
Yeah, being able to have the lead here of having that one character up is a massive advantage. I think in a lot of situations, it can be okay to be caught down on this one as we get the parry almost all the way through.
But at least you got the free meter for it, but you didn't get your turn. But you did get the Yasuo cross up here now, able to find the confirm off the tag.
I was just going to say, specifically it being the freestyle mirror, I feel like you're in just such a hole once you're in that situation where your opponent's able to set up the sandwiches and go for those double tags. As once again, the moon's going to be cut down, a pixel of life left. And unfortunately, while I think that was a great time to get up attack, unfortunately, Hikari sniffs it out.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, if I give up my turn here, yeah, I have one super assist to worry about, but I know you're feeling desperate for the get-up attack. Now, round number 2, mazetraps just about built up the full burst meter. Able to escape with the S1.
Oh no, you and your boy is gonna save the break though. She's gonna hold on to it. Confidence in mazetraps to be able to, you know, not do as much as they were expecting. It's 50% off the Ekko, a touch off the Yasuo, but we answer back immediately.
Yep. Oh, burst in the skies, able to find the falling JH. There we go. mazetraps evening up the health lead. Hikari, like you said, still holding on to this burst. You know, maybe just trying to make sure that we're in a healthy spot for a potential round 3.
I wonder if the break timing was intentional on the other side though, because mazetraps used break at the same time as Hikari went for the natural progression of the combo, which is stance H. So actually had time to just fall and go for the punish. If that was intentional, we're kind of gaming. I like that.
Oh no! Tried to fade away and catch you behind the back, but still an air throw on the approach. Oh my god, and off to the Fury starter as well. We only made it halfway through the combo and it's still half your HP. Alright, got the pressure on here, and now it's a happy birthday situation. It's not going to kill both because your point had less HP, but now it's such a rough spot for mazetraps.
Yasuo super assist in 3, 2, Aaron.
1.
Oh. Okay, still good. Got the connection here. What an answer. mazetraps still alive in this game 1.
The funny thing is, his point earlier when he got the happy birthday, if his point had more HP, that would have been the round for Hikari, but being able to stay alive gives him one more round here in game number 1. Still, early limit strike. Hikari looking to build up that burst once again.
Backwards there, S1, got the knockdown and OTGs to himself. Break does manage to come through here. mazetraps gonna keep the team in order, keep the team intact as again, we just run past the wind wall.
Oops. Alright, once again, send the slam off of the level 1. Tag launch. Get that Yasuo back in here. Heal up a little bit on the Ekko. And fade away. Again, these up back S1. Working out so well here for Hikari.
Okay, situation getting a bit messy here. Doubles up. Send it. Bit of it confirm as we find the parry and find the damage. Hikari probably going to save for the Fury here, which we've seen from him multiple times.
Yeah, clean kill with the Yasuo level 1. Someone say Yasuo is in C+ tier? That's an AI-generated statement. Go back to ChatGPT. Go back to the ground as we're still just dodging the 2H behind the back with the Ekko air dash. And a clean pickup with the level 1 too.
Okay, we're trying to bait. Respect.
Like
the crouches just to try and convince him to do it.
Ooh, slash behind the back. Clean pickup with the Ekko 2H. Hikari in perfect position to tie up the character total. I mean, you're still ahead on the total life lead, but I wonder when we're going to spend that Fury.
Oh no, and the super assist cuts us down. Actually interrupts the Yasuo in the worst timing here, and Hikari has turned this into a massive lead as Chip will potentially be a factor here in the future. For now, it's the super time winder, and it's able to gel him back to the ground, but Hikari just lands and goes for the jab, not worried about it in the slightest.
Yeah, with a life lead like that, confident in the Mike Tyson punch out, that 5L mash to put you 1 game up once again here in winners semis.
Okay, and after let's get forward, Hikari. Fortunately, down in the situation, it's going to be a limit strike, but the get-up attack actually very smart. Once again, repping that a bit early, but the parry, well, Yasuo kind of playing the bodyguard in the situation.
Okay, block out. Just getting beat up on the assist right now, but wind up with a high kick. My time. I'm in! Oh, no. Yeah, burst out of that happy birthday situation. You want to make sure that Yasuo stays alive and well, but alive. Maybe not well, as he's taking a little bit of extra damage from that Ekko level 1.
Love that double jump timing there. Able to avoid most of the situation. He's able to get over the time winder as well with the air dash. And just chill. Not much to be done here. You don't have to do really anything as... Oh, never mind. We're doing something.
Ooh. Yeah, slow-mo off the time winder. Lots of meter available. I don't think you quite build up the level 3, so just swap it back into Yasuo for a little bit extra damage off that S1, S2. Oh my god, and it's enough to kill with the level 1 as well.
Yeah, that's just maybe an execution error on which one we actually meant to go for there. Unfortunately, the judgment cut's going to get punished immediately.
Yeah, you saw Ekko right in that mid-screen, just barely out of point-blank range. I'm sure the Blade Rip was not what you were looking for. But still fighting back here for mazetraps. Time, set up the meaty time winder, tapped on the toes, but yeah, off of that 2L, we were already committed to the overhead, so finds the opportunity for Hikari to escape.
That was so smart. If we had had any more neutrals just about the comment, I love how often he's leaving those clones behind to be able to potentially reposition backwards. Oh, what just such good foresight in the situation. But unfortunately, even after the air throw whiffs, still lands on the time winder. Mazetraps covers everything.
All good. Just bring us right back down to the ground with that meaty projectile, and the slow-mo has me covered. But here we go, wind wall into the pierce. Projectiles on projectiles. And sends it with the 2H off of the time winder. Okay. So pressure started. Damn! Okay, immediate low parry as well.
Following up is able to use the break to be able to escape. S1 from both. And doubles up on the dash, but see, in that situation there, your opponent's expecting the 2H. You're able to go for the throw, keep them on their toes a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, tried to air stall with the air dash, but so patient on the side of mazetraps. Just delays the 2H, and now just chewing through Hikari's HP. We got double level 3s available, and we should be able to spend for that kill.
Of course, the self-double down, always a very effective way to be able to slice through the moon. Collateral damage. So that's going to be that solo Yasuo once again. 2 meters still in the pocket. Plenty of resources to be able to make this comeback here, but it's going to be a tough one. By a tough one, I mean, unfortunately, Hikari's going to have to try and do it next game. That's attempt number 37. Once again, we get both the level 3s in a row here for mazetraps.
Ekko, the world-ending marvel. It's game number 3 for these gamers in the winners semis, trying to fight their way to that first of 3 territory.
I wander, but you are lost.
Backdash is coming out from mazetraps, looking for an opportunity to set up that win wall after the Time Winder assist. Somebody pokes out with the S2s.
Okay. Hikari set it up once again. Limit strike. For the dash up. Dude, if we've... Oh, while we've been so ready with those... Oh, hold the thought.
Tag choice. Able to get the 1 meter down.
Didn't think it was going to combo, so actually wasn't ready. Went for the Time Winder there. Here comes the high-low, and is able to get the connection here. Hikari going to save the break once again. Invest into the Fury for Ekko.
Yeah, we see the preemptive time or tag out coming out from mazetraps. Even though the Ekko's so low HP, tried to get the burst fade from Hikari, but that patience now able to find the kill on Ekko. 1 character apiece, slashed out with a 2M on the approach.
Oops. That's still working well. Body block there from the dead character. Commits. And unfortunately, the jump back had already been sent, so we're able to completely avoid and set Hikari up for set point now.
Big break advantage as well. They said take a shot every time you hear my time tonight. That's a threat of violence, man. That's alcohol poisoning incarnate.
Do better for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Love yourself. Oh, we love the wind wall pierce, getting you that full screen knockdown.
Break it out. Safe and simple, the way we need to go is going to go straight through and potentially set up a limit strike here. Yep, into the corner as well. Very smart.
S1, set up the Ekko and cross right through. One more throw, could have been lethal, but just a tiny bit too early here from Hikari.
Going off the rewind here. Oh no! And again, we've been seeing the frame trap super so many times, but this time it's able to kind of prey on that, be able to go for the 2M, as well as the secondary open up. But Hikari now still alive somehow.
Oh, tried to send a level 1 of your own. Tricky situation, but that Yasuo in the back, before he's able to disappear, gets knocked out on Hikari's side. Come in. There we go. We have level 3 available, but just looking for the limit strike.
You're a genius. Oh, no, you're not. You're a fool. The level 3 is parried. All the meter off the table and mazetraps. Now into the 1v1.
Dude, the Yasuo cross up going past the Yasuo super assist. That level 3 off of the drop to try and find something, but still had time to parry. So Hikari, worse for wear, up in the corner, but didn't have a clone ready to set up after the OTG. Sets up the down Time Winder. It's Fury out. Hikari believes in this round.
It's a massive commitment, and unfortunately commits again. The 2H beats it clean. It's a round apiece, and mazetraps with a massive resource advantage. But Hikari mostly just saved for Fury, so probably still going to be fine in terms of the resource game. Expect a break from mazetraps very early if anything hits. You have to. It sucks, but you have to. You can't take the happy birthday.
Yeah, even without Freestyle, bursting on the 2H there obviously is a very dangerous burst point, knowing that they can jump cancel and block it, but still even tagged out just with that extra layer of security. Now, up against the corner here with that corner burst.
Recognized that the assist was coming through, gets the happy birthday again as the 2H extends it, and is going to be able to get into the super as well, so it gets that extra little bit of chunk. Mazetraps, solo Ekko at 50%. Oh, excuse me, solo Yasuo with Ekko on point?
Yeah. Dude, mazetraps looking so worse for wear right now. Yes, you have a couple meter in the bank. Yes, you have the super assist, but Hikari looking all but full HP, finds another 5M start. As long as we're optimized on this, I think we might just be able to find the kill with all the meter that we've got in the back. Launch. And right back down to the ground. The tornado that ends it all. Hikari moves on to winners finals to try and get these, coast to coast battles. But now we get, from across various coasts, across various oceans. We're crossing into winners semi. So unfortunately, Jakey the Snaky had to DQ down to losers. So we got Soul Demon XL versus Froncois.
Ahri mirror right off the rib, goes for the more aggressive angle there. As we go for the dash forward, 2H, dude. Dude, can I have that 2H?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Can I borrow it?
Can I get a little consistent anti-air for the one time? Oh my god, the tag out to bait out the parry, and then just whip punishes with the 2M so clean from Soul Demon.
The timing on that was so unfair. That is like, that is demon hour situations. Tries to jump away, gets interrupted immediately by the super. Soul Demon, kind of ridiculous with the way we're able to follow through in this situation here.
That was tricky. I thought we were going to get whip punished on the other side, but instead gets locked down by the Ahri assist. Attack launcher once more. That's the early limit break, so no super to find the kill confirmed.
Okay, following up with the jump loops here, is going to be able to have the charm, but instead it's just going to go for the Spirit Orb. It's going to continue with these safe and standard loops that you want to see.
Try and build up a little bit more meter to try and mount this comeback. I understand. Ooh! There we go. Caught behind the back, and the combo keeps going off the Super 1. Perfect timing, and now how hard are we going to try and bait out the Fury? S2 on that guaranteed burst point, just to make sure that we don't get, you know, the comeback here for Francois. Whoos.
For the air throw. Trying to fish for the air-to-air when we can. Both of them playing pretty safe. Out to Spirit Rush, but doesn't get the S2.
Oh, there we go. Able to find a clean confirm that high JH. We got J2LJM back down to the ground. The Fury wall bounce confirmed. Spent it while we got it to make sure we kill confirm. Francois with the comeback.
I thought that would have killed without it, but let me just say, I don't ever think that's incorrect. If you are unsure and you have a kill guaranteed if you do it, just do it. Don't ever try to be too conservative with the resources. Spend it, kill them, worry about it next round. You're playing a team that loops limit break. I guarantee you'll get another break.
Exactly. Spend the resource while you got it. As long as you have the opportunity to build things back up in your routing, you are big chilling. But trying to find any opportunity to look for this air-to-air, but they're just whipping air fireballs like shit from the night, and we're whipping the parry on the attempt to catch out that overhead. I like the wait, that delay from Soul Demon once again.
The neutral reset here. Ekko takes a little bit more of an aggressive angle. I do like that back throw, but we are able to tech out pretty effectively here, and I adore the push block. Amazing time to be able to advocate, but not going to matter here. Ekko's going to find the touch and put us back in that situation once again. Francois probably going to get access to Fury, but are you going to spend it?
Actually ended up baiting out the parry as well. I wonder if we changed up the timing on that 2S2, or maybe it was just a function of the knockdown, making it so that it didn't quite hit meaty. Either way, now we're able to tie up the rounds.
It didn't even get to the okay, Spirit Rush
insane round start
with assist behind it. That is we call that a gambit, brother. I really respect that.
You're like, all right, worst case scenario, I whip and I'm like minus $1 million. I got Ekko behind me, man. I can just tag back out, and I have that air-to-air Spirit Rush, but unfortunately not able to find the grounded confirm.
I love it's the classic, if this hits, I'm a genius. You go for the down S1 and look for the tag punish. Straight in with the low though. The Soul Demon continuing to extend, looking very strong as the tag launcher is the choice.
Okay, OTG2L. Spacing you out, trying to catch out some of these up backs with the air fireballs. Tricky off the time winder. I was wondering if we would end up landing into it, but baits out the parry once more from Francois. Okay, look for the air-to-air S2, but the rewind's not enough.
Oh, once again, this time we're able to kind of buff it up with the oh, come on. That's a flag on the play, brother. You're not allowed to do that.
Again, catching out with that level 1. The double level 1 here. And the spend into the tag launcher. That's 3 meters down. And the kill for Soul Demon. Game number 1 here in your winners semis.
I think for the most part here, Soul Demon, honestly, the most impressive thing has been that Ahri. It's been showing up in the just in the most crucial places here, which is interesting because I feel like Francois a lot of the times does do extremely well against other Ahri players. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has a winning record against basically every other Ahri player that we normally see in TNS specifically.
Alright, one more limit break.
Nice.
I wonder what we call with the 5M there. Maybe an up back after the tech.
Freestyle privilege there as we went for the tag at the perfect timing. Fireballs a couple times in a row, and off the tick throw is looking very good. Oh, what a parry though! Okay!
Ooh, level 1's able to find the kill here for Francois.
L2H action. Walking into the corner here, limit strike, gonna set up for it here. Tries to do it for the neutral tech, and unfortunately is just not able to weather the storm and couldn't access the defensive mechanics either. Push block was a bit far off, so had 2 seconds to go.
Way to try and escape, staggered off of the single S2. Okay, rewind into the back kick, but not able to find it confirmed. Oh, and just a little bit too shallow off the Ahri ultimate assist, but doesn't matter. We find the hit with 5M.
Cracked it from the perfect distance there, is able to set it up once again. Laid on the time winder, continues the pressure with the jab, and again, perfect timing there. Francois showing off one of the most crucial fundamental skills you have to have as a tag player, which is nullifying push block. When you see that push block, if you have the reaction time for it, calling an aggressive assist that can close the distance like that is the perfect way to try and trap your opponent, catch them on some kind of press, and be able to re-maintain your pressure. That's so smart from Francois.
Yep. Up the round, that's burst out from Soul Demon, but still up against the corner, tries to go to the take, the break into, you know, tag out, but still caught up here by Francois.
Jab had the opportunity after the push block there. Love the tag timing. He's able to just find the empty low on the other side. I think Soul Demon maybe just tried to steal the turn back, but Francois cannot be deterred, it seems.
Right, back down, big lead here for Francois to try and tie up the set count. Fade away. Fireball, but we just did whip into straight up Spirit Dash. Okay, finds the counter hit here too for Soul Demon.
Chat, we don't need Kled. I will take a break from commentating to tell you that we do not need Kled. Abort. No chance.
Yeah, I'm good off that. I'm good off that, man.
The second he remounts the thing, I'm going to freak out. Nice punish, by the way.
Yeah, and a re-pickup. It was a whip on the S2 on the way back down, but ended up catching Soul Demon. I wonder if they thought that was their time to up back. Okay, parry into a clean block of the cross-up, but it's still your turn behind the back, and a JH ties up the set 1-1.
Love the choice there, equalizing things. In the winner semis here, it's a must-win situation now. The mirror match begins us once again. Francois, as always, the Ahri that's a little more aggressive, closing the distance, using those fireballs just as a pressure tool to be able to get our dashes forward. And you can see here, finds the S2, brings it back down to earth, and is able to set up for the limit strike.
Yep, double S2, 50% down, baits out the get-up attack as well, but behind the back, doesn't end up picking up after the meaty fireball.
Wow. Ping pong there, things work out. Dashes back into the fireball though. I thought for sure we were just gonna let the jump rock. Unfortunately now it's stuck in the corner, and Francois keeping the mix rolling.
Okay, caught out here with the level 1. Okay, would have been an opportunity to bait it out, but didn't want to risk it. Finds eating the burst.
Starts at 2H and followed up well. Tag launcher is able to bring it back down to the wall and just runs with a jab, and actually that's enough to find the hit.
Back down to the ground, level 1. Easy, all right. Back it up into the air-to-air JM. Big whip on the fireball, but tries to find the swing behind with Ekko. Big miss, but still able to catch out the assist call behind.
Down with charge 2H. Does up one more time. Tag, launcher. Definitely the call in this situation here. Francois guessing for your life now, and unfortunately is not able to guess correctly as the 2M catches the tech chase, and Soul Demon's on set point here in the winner's side.
Damn, the double spirit rush from round start. I'm surprised the up forward actually ends up beating it. I wonder if that was you being counter hit by the Ekko assist or just a tricky hitbox interaction. Either way, Francois off to a good start. Again, looking for the J2H off his fireball, but it's not going to pick up on hit.
Okay, very smart. Balance one, fireball. I like that, just blink away. No reason to get overly aggressive here. The Cold Star assist, that multi-fireball saving us as we reset with the 2M.
Evil work. Yeah, this team is capable of, you know, tricky restanding resets. We haven't seen a ton of it yet, but, you know, in some of these situations where you think you're looking for the next knockdown, instead, getting knocked off with the 2M and brought right back down with that JS2. There we go.
Okay, double up the fireballs here. Manages to find the launcher. With an extended combo, I think it's going to be just enough, and even if it's not, Ahri's going to be in a terrible position now after the limit strike. Tech's away and gets hit by the jab. It's the 1v1 once again for Francois' winner side life.
Big whiff on the up forward dash, but it's okay. You got Ekko to keep it clean, but Ekko finding you on the way back down with this counter hit, air to air 5M. Scary whiff on the 2M.
Yeah, smart. Didn't want to take any more chip. Didn't want to have to deal with the super assist on the backside here. Dashed away and gets the trade.
Big delay, looking for the super assist to try and catch you on the way back down. A big whip on the J2H, but no punish coming up from Soul Demon. Run up 2H, still keeps the pressure on with that fireball.
I thought that was MG jump throw. She ran by pockets. There's the hit from Francois, though. Is able to pick it up and continue extension. Fury's going to be available. Do we spend it? No, just in time.
No!
It drops. Oh, it drops.
In the heat of that moment, you're just like, ah, man, I made a flub.
Yeah, you have to jam orb and just hope they didn't break, which sucks,
Exactly.
but you know, it is the answer. But here we go. On to the next one here. It's going to be mazetraps and Yata, as straight away mazetraps going to go back in once again to the Bash Brothers, as we are going to have that true mirror match for the second time.
Yep. Ooh, okay, caught you with the S1. That's burst out. But with the freestyle privilege, yeah, you're a little bit too far to block it, but at least you're able to keep your turn after that burst.
Bone applied. Use that break to be able to get the second OTG. Limit strike. Don't tech forward. Oh, don't tech anywhere. Just stay that lay on the ground. Just don't get up.
Goose. Tag launch straight into the kill with J2H.
So we try to go for the fall. Oh no, mistimed on that one, or maybe just thought it was gonna connect there, because I was definitely not expecting the H out of the stance.
Yeah. Maybe just trying to go for a hard call out on the jump out. Either way, backdashing ourselves into the corner. Counter hit S1 and anti-air charge heavy. Okay.
Even there, I was trying to go for the parry as we landed. Saw that S1 charge, tried to commit. He's gonna miss out as mazetraps. Probably gonna save for the Fury here. No, actually, he's gonna pop the break and try and use the. Oh no.
Yeah, tried to run up and send the wind wall at least to try and save a little bit of health there on the assist, but yeah, that time winder just ate too much HP too quick before you can even reach that part of the screen. But speaking of, before you can even build up that Fury, it's the self double down with the level 1, level 3.
That meter, no place to spend it, unfortunately, for Yata. And once again, this is loser's bracket now, so tournament lives on the line. S1 got the commit, extra extensions here. Should be able to bring it back to the wall here after a cross-up. Oh, okay.
Run up tag on. No, you jumped forward just a little bit too far. So instead, that charge, you know, jump heavier. That charge S2 rather is not going to make a connection.
Actually only hit him once. That was interesting. I'm really surprised that the hitbox worked out that way, as we do find the tag launcher and Gray beat combo, which is supposed to hold the button.
Yeah, no tech to be seen. Maybe holding down. Oh no, but holding down heavy in the air to catch you out of the skies. Tag launcher. Once again, we're not going to whip the charge S2 this time. What the? Holy. Damn, he's good. All right, he's nice. He's nice. Not only did you stay alive against the mix, you find the opportunity to get this spacing trap off of the push block swing.
And even with the happy birthday dropping, not something we need to be concerned about in the slightest. As we are able to find the follow-up here, and go straight in, is going to commit the meter to guarantee the kill and lock them out of the break. So it is going to be the Fury available. Yata, maybe a bit ahead on the situation, but a massive meter lead for mazetraps.
Yeah, I wonder if we opt to spend the Fury here. Of course we do on the side of Yata just to confirm this round, but no meter to back anything back up.
Probably stuff still alive.
Yeah, just swinging on the assist. Fade away. Ooh, yeah, tricky. These poke outs with the 2L are just barely out of range.
Oh my. Okay, spends the Fury. Dash just gets the jab. Yata able to answer, and I just want to point out, when you see these two full screen, the way that they're kind of like posturing for wind wall and faking it and then trying to attempt to whiff punish with burst movement, I love how these two Yasuos are playing the full screen game. There's some high level, there's some 5D chess going on with these fake wind walls.
Yep. These dash ups just trying to be in your face so you never feel comfortable putting out the wind walls, putting out the S1s, but still some of these crucial whiffs ending up bringing us to that final round. Tag out off of the throw as mazetraps should be able to find the kill on this Yasuo. Fade away, 5, 6, 7 backdashes, one time winder, but no slow-mo to find a clean confirm. Let's push block out into the S1.
Have to trade. Things almost got disgusting. No super time winder, a little too far. The counter hit high in the air. You can maybe dash and get a normal there. That's a weird one though.
Yeah. Ooh. Got up air throw, finds the pickup with the stance light. Ooh, big whip on the JM. I thought that was going to make purchase, but maybe an air throw would have been a better call there at that height.
Yeah, it was a weird one for sure, as committing with the S2s again and again. Oh no, got him. You hate to see it. Super is gonna go. Whoa. Okay, hits the assist character. I got mixed.
I was gonna say, did it just go past the burst, but just going past with the dash up throw. mazetraps takes game number 1.
What a commitment on the throw there. mazetraps said, I got some life to play with. This will be fine. When you mess up your execution, you try and go for some goofy stuff, I'll handle business. Ooh. Okay. As I
thought that caught the assist behind it. I was terrified.
As I said before, charge heavy into low is unblockable because it is the ultimate fuzzy.
It's the good player mix, yeah.
Definitely
guy like me, I'm forgetting you have J2H instead. And they're just like, wow, why are they not respecting my fuzzy? I just forgot. With the throw, sets up the chrono break.
One more instance here. It's going to just be able to get back to the ground. Tech chase. Looks for the tag. And now, once again, this time, the parry is perfectly timed. And the Yasuo, unfortunately, is going to die for your sins. A tough one on that.
Time. He's in.
Yeah, I was going to say, let him handle it. Ekko, the lone soldier on this one here with a bar and a half to his name.
Ooh, fade away. Yeah, tries to catch you with the replay, but at that perfect spacing to find a whiff punish after that second S2. Just chewing away at the HP for Yata. Get that guy in with a hard tag. Ooh, tries to go for a double level 2, but instead it's an air throw reset behind the back with a cross through counter hit. A clean finisher, putting mazetraps on set point.
Time dashed over. Oh my, okay, that was an H for anybody. Just pressed it and was like, I don't really care who's active, somebody's holding this. Tag launcher. That's a sick instance from Yata as we get the limit break.
There we go, Yata finally with a little bit of momentum. We're talking about good player mix, fake out the high, go for the low with the rewind, and tag launcher should be the fixed damage with the level 1 is not even required because Limit Strike finds the kill.
Mard on the commitment here. Fury, almost available for mazetraps, is going to have it after the limit strike now. Missed the opportunity on the roll, but is able to get the whiff punish there. The spacing is ridiculous.
Woo. Okay, runs up with a 2H, but nothing to be found. So off the no confirm, it's tech out buttons burst out from Yata. Holds the level 1. No, instead slashes right through it.
The block there. Nice commitment, as well as able to beat the retreating guard. Sick situation there as we get the charge S2.
The break, the jump S2. Now we set the meaty time either. Just caught with the 2M. Wonder what we were looking for there from Yata. Either way, risks your life for it. Still not enough to kill, though.
Oh, but that will be good enough to finish, as it is going to be the Yasuo coming in to save the day for Yata. Fury not even close to back as we do find the throw, and is going to commit one mix-up to rule them all, but the 2H goes wide. Oh, and the super assist. able to save the day for ourselves, catches the attempt to escape.
Got some birthdays coming up, but of course Christmas as well. So see if you can grab some swag, you know, on iBUYPOWER's dime by stopping on by the exclamation point giveaway. But we're stopping on to our first to 3 of the evening. It's winners finals once again. Hikari versus Soul Demon XL.
Soul Demon, honestly and truly, has been extremely impressive top to bottom, but I gotta say the Ahri has been the standout performer here. Unfortunately, for him, it's gonna be the limit strike into the corner. Hikari, no mercy as we got the throw back into the wall. Ridiculous stuff. That's a character dead. We're still in triple-digit time, bro.
Absolute speed run. Knows that we have that first to 3, so trying to make up on lost time to get back to the main bracket, but big whip on the stance 2H.
Every time, every single time. That is the strength of Yasuo in the moment. You cannot be predictable with your timings on those supers. If you see a super projectile coming out during the flash, you're just chopping your stick to get those 2 buttons out, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you feel a little bit of panic. You're like, oh man, I don't want to give my opponent the opportunity to parry with 2S2, sending it with Spirit Rush. I don't have assist. Let me try and steal some plus trades with a super, but you give your opponent so much opportunity to send out a counter projectile invul super of their own. But pretty slow start to this round too.
Good push block there. Both of them just going to commit to the tag. Love the S2, but unfortunately wasn't able to close the distance fast enough despite being Ahri. Like a character that's pretty good at that.
Exactly, yeah. Some of the best mobility in the game. Some of the best blocks coming out right now. The cross-up, not enough to stop you. The whip on the Spirit Dash and able to find the Ekko tag out to escape. 5M start is a burst to try and keep the corner here.
Absolutely disgusting on the situation. Try to go for the tag launcher. That's a great break point. Unfortunately, gets a little too aggressive, ends up whiffing. That's just going to be a clean connection in the footsies there for Hikari, looking to potentially put 2 rounds on the board immediately.
Ooh. They're just looking for the jump forward, nothing. Just looking for a little chicken block action, but caught on the way back down. Right. Ahri chewing through Soul Demon's HP once again. Limit strike just to get yourself some of that extra break.
Yeah, unfortunately, the limit strike actually had the screen transition there, so it couldn't set up a win wall, but it's not looking like it's going to matter too much here as we get back to the same side. And Hikari, once again, just needs to make sure we have the damage, and of course we do. As always, it's never a question for Yasuo with that self-double down.
Keep it simple and clean. You got those 3 bars stock. A pretty commanding game 1 here for Hikari.
And just as a reminder too, this is winners final, so this is the first long set of the night. So plenty of time to be able to adapt as we get a bit farther into this one here. 2M to be able to get the punish on the jump though. Great start for Hikari as always.
Would have been a great jump in, avoiding both the point and the assist, but you gotta worry about that tag, the 2M to trip guard, and now you're set up on the win wall. Bold get him attack.
Oh, wow. Beats him to the punch on that one. Definitely one of the nice things about Yasuo. Yasuo, one of the best characters in the game, but beating you to the spot. Oh my god, but unfortunately gets tapped on the top of the head. Parry goes wide though, and Freestyle punish. So much to unpack, but at the end of the day, Hikari with a limit strike and another great mix.
So back and forth, and with the happy birthday, the points got more HP. Tried to bait out a burst that wasn't there. Oh, we didn't have a level 1 to extend, and I think our assist was down, so Soul Demon actually has one more opportunity to strike, to stay alive, and to side swap here with the restand. Are we going to go for a mix? It's run up throw, but still the backdash up back from Hikari. Still caught.
Breaking it there with the super. 3 meters back on the table, but unfortunately not going to get to see him, I don't believe. S2. Limit Strike actually is going to get one more chance, but loses out after the tech chase.
Gets more winnable as we go, but still 50 seconds left on the clock. Hikari with any stray confirmed. Honestly, you know, any stray hit with some of these time winders puts you in chip damage territory, so gotta be careful.
Yeah, truly in this situation, even though it's the 1v2, I'd firm advantage in Hikari's slate right now. Still almost has that fury. The assist comes out, and no, J-Sushi said the thing.
It's the title drop with a 2x KO, and the craziest part, it wasn't even a hit on the point. It just ended up blocking you into this true chip block string. Your HP ended up being that low. Hikari with another round in a row as Soul Demon techs out.
Unfortunately there, misses out, went for the neutral jump instead of the forward jump here. It's going to be trapped down for just a bit, rolls past it, looks to recommit, but great movement from Soul Demon. Soul Demon has been navigating defense pretty well. It's been hard to get any offense of their own started. Hikari is just able to beat you to the punch again in neutral so often.
Yeah, got a match out there with the parry. He's got you a little bit of screen space, and once again, the charge heavy. Go back to the layer 1 with that instant overhead off J2H.
Air to air, back down to earth. Soul Demon, a must-win situation. You don't want to have to win 2 in a row. Misses out there. Fortunately, because of the timing, I actually don't think it was possible without the assist.
Looping the blade grips right now. It's rough for Soul Demon, so you're just trying to look for the earliest opportunity to burst, but caught on the way back down and no way out with all the meter in the world here. Hikari just running down the timer as what? Just get no. Oh, brother.
I appreciate the break there, though. Not trying to put yourself in a weird situation. Commit to 3 again. Hold on.
Wait,
all of a sudden, extremely losable. Look at the resource difference here.
Yeah, the start of that just barely having the tail end of Fury making it, so he didn't even need to spend any meter for that kill. Speaking of meter, right? Almost fully loaded guns on the side of Soul Demon. That Ahri super assist might be a jump scare to hold on to pressure, but ends up just going for the Vegeta assist.
Remember when I said this was losable? This is a one-touch game now. All of a sudden, we still have Ahri super assist. We still got a ton of stuff to be able to set ourselves up. But after the 2H, just gonna have to look for a little more of an aggressive angle here.
Ooh. Oh my god. Threads the needle right before that air dash Ahri super assist sandwiches you into an awful situation that could have been able to confirm into an overhead. The throw right in the nick of time. We had 14 seconds left on the clock, which would have been enough to try and find 1 or 2 good hits, but meant that we really had to get on the offensive before that timeout occurred.
And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I believe we still have 1 more game to go here. So just dropped out of that one, but still, still in this. Again, it is 2-0 right now. But, there's opportunities to be able to break back into this one here. Soul Demon, I see you in the chat, homie. Yeah, listen, still in there.
It is first to 3. It is first to 3 in the final. Soul Demon's like, all right, hold up. Let me get that lobby code one more time.
Nah, straight back in the action here.
Yep.
And again, I just feel like I'm not even sure really what the adjustment should be for Soul Demon here, because just from the perspective of Hikari, Hikari's just doing a good job of beating Soul Demon to the spot so aggressively in so many places here, utilizing wind wall effectively. Ekko is just always in the right place at the right time. It just feels like Soul Demon just hasn't had a lot of room to breathe here. Might need to be a little bit lamer on situations, but even then, I feel like you can't play the normal lame game with Ahri because Yasuo was able to just go stance heavy and just kill you for it.
There we go. Now slowing down the offense just a little bit, looking to bait out those parries that were giving us so much trouble in game 1 and game 2. Good start, but no catch on the forward tech. Oh. All right, push block you back into the corner. That's 5M for the burst, but unafraid to parry once more, even after getting baited out twice in a row.
Okay, first real instance. Getting to see the Fox work out here. S2, S2, down S1. And on the tech forward, isn't able to find the connection there. Misses out on the throw, but still is able to follow up afterwards.
Ooh, jump over after the get-up attack and still able to find a hit on the other side. Soul Demon, a little bit of wind left in their sails.
Definitely not out of this yet. Went for the dash up there. Nice interruption, though, from Hikari. Whiffed out, but a little bit of hesitation on Demon's side there.
Yeah. Ooh, tried to be a little greedy with the plus frames and tried to be greedy with the get-up attack as well. Hikari, yeah, should be able to at least take a decent chunk. Not quite tie up the character lead.
Okay, that was crucial. That was a fake throw, but still ends up serving its purpose, even though the throw doesn't come out. I really respect that from Demon there. We are able to get the round and looking so much better now.
Yeah, lots of confidence since we took that break from the rematch screen. Hop out, hop back into the lobby. Now we have the opportunity for the standing reset. Oh, but still, so many jump outs from Hikari. Has seen this too many times before to get caught up by it now.
Appreciate that one for the dash just to leave the clone. 2M! Okay, safe and solid. He's going to go for the OTG with the Spirit Orb. Smart routing there.
Ooh, fade away, just able to avoid the air-to-air JS2, but not able to avoid the anti-air from Yasuo. Back to the corner for Soul Demon.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this a couple times on commentary here, but that's the hidden passive strength of Yasuo that people don't think about, is that one of the sickest things about him is that he's able to auto-correct combos so easy because his special that he's going to convert basically everything with is a down input that will turn him to face the enemy character. So crucial for his intro.
Yeah, side agnostic to just have one less thing to worry about in these awkward situations where you might just end up getting tossed over to the other side off a weird airborne hit, and a weird trade with a 5L kills the Ekko for Soul Demon.
And down tries to close the distance here. Soul Demon, unfortunately, especially with the throw there, is able to get the connection. Hikari has planted the seed when it comes to the strike throw so effectively that that overhead gets extra mileage. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, already a tricky reaction, but off the counter hit, right? Now that we're using it as this throw, but it gets you the full confirm and gets you a hit off of the tag into the Yasuo.
Missed out on the full combo there, though. And it gets a swing. Absolutely is able to extend here. And again, we've seen Hikari be a little stingy with the breaks. Has definitely held them to way later in these rounds.
First out. Send the Ahri assist. No tag. Let the Ekko do the work, but even with the delays, still waiting on the parry to try and find this turn back out.
That's got to be a 2H. That has to be a 2H there.
Yep. A little late on the anti-air, unfortunately, so gets counter hit even with the fall back down after the down fireball. Soul Demon, all right, still sniped up off of the scramble. Didn't get the immediate punish, but Hikari now on set point, one character away.
Oh, and just like that, it's looking like it's going to go down to the 1v1 here. I'm liking this, but with the resource advantage right now, Hikari more likely to get a Fury. Opportunity potentially to arise between the two. Great push block, but unfortunately isn't able to get any mileage off of it.
Ooh, okay, with the 2L off of the momentum, just trying to see if we can bait out a parry, but caught out here with the clone behind. We have the pickup off the overhead. Level 3 available, but we're gonna go for one more burrito Oki, one more touch, potentially sending Soul Demon down into the loser's side, but holding on strong in the defense.
Almost has built up the level 3 as well. Is just going to hold on to it here. Love the retreating guard, and now has the potential for the reversal. Is going to hold on to the pressure. Is going to try and go for it here. Or rewind to avoid.
Yeah, able to dodge level 3, but not able to find the punish, but it doesn't matter. 30 seconds left on the clock. Hikari has an almost full bar life lead and finds the air-to-air back, and we're going back to the Jinx.
This is definitely the correct call here. Going to be locking in the double down. It's going to be starting out with the Jinx here. So at the round start, a lot of times, yeah, just go for the missile right away. Able to interrupt a ton of the interactions that we could potentially go for. INZEM, my time, I'm in. But unfortunately, it's a little too far on that one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, now sent back out with the minigun. Tries to go for a 6-6M, I believe. Just dashing through with the low, but ends up getting caught on the approach by INZEM. Ooh, yeah, Timeminder ended up pushing you a little bit too far into that mushroom, but a little bit too far on the assist. You're hiding in the brush, just setting things up, and it's like we said earlier, looking for that react, but the slingshot stops the super.
And this is the other side of the coin, unfortunately, there for Jinx, is that if Teemo gets set up, if Teemo starts using the slingshot effectively, you can get him put in situations that are potentially too tough from full screen, but for now, it's going to be the mix-up back in, and because Ekko has that clone, is able to go for the self-OTG.
Yeah, we had that little extra block stun off of the, monkey drum behind that laser tag, but it still wasn't enough. Baits out the burst here from mazetraps, which means the Ekko stays alive, but it means that Jinx is even closer to death's door, up against the corner with the instant overhead clean pickup from INZEM. Should take out one of these characters and put Ekko at that one touch.
Of course, is able to swap back in, have that Ekko on point, which is definitely, I think, the situation you want here. A more mobile character that's able to, escape a little bit easier. And there you go. He's able to bring him back in, trying to steal the turn back with the Timewinder.
A little difficult to find a pickup off of the Jinx super assist that far across the screen. We set the Timewinder, but got caught by our Shadow with the double lariat assist.
Missile's able to jump away. smart. Definitely the right call here, but is able to block in the air, so it negates the mix up, and is able to take priority back with the jump heavy commitment.
Yeah, a little stagnant on the super tag as well. mazetraps backing up while the other Ekko was stuck in block stun, so I wonder what we're waiting for on the other side, but all right, holding strong in the defense here.
And once again, it strikes, charge heavy to force the stand, goes straight in with the low. It's going to be a missile as we try to close the distance here. Jinx doesn't have the life to be able to play the full screen game now. It's going to be Ekko to try and make it work, but unfortunately gets put into a terrible situation, ends up able to swing right on time with the landing.
Terrible fate set up into Burrito Oki once again. No, instead, it's the Kebab. We just go for the easy 2s2. Fade away. Set the blow darts.
And it just doubles up with the low, which is all you really need from there. The life totals telling a rough story here. INZEM just running away, trying to gain back that assist. Definitely the right decision in this situation.
Ooh, backdash. All right, go for the late swing off of the 5H just to make sure we're not swinging into a time winder, but swung into it with the J2H behind the back of the cross up. And let's set that S2 super. Oh my god.
Fortunately, hitting Teemo doesn't get rid of the mushroom. Oh no, tech the lane, couldn't quite get there here. And at an absolute pixel and was caught in the skies. No opportunity to parry. That's going to be 2 rounds straight for INZEM. As again, in the loser semis, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, back to the short sets here.
Our final first to 2, not of the evening, but at least of the iBUYPOWER top 8. So still running up past the super tag, just navigating, threading the needle here as Teemo pushes you over to the corner with that double assist.
Oi. With the top 8 there. That overhead working beautifully. There after the tag launcher attempt is able to go for the break. Once again, a great burst point.
Oops. There we go. Charge jump heavy. Now we just bring you away with the air rocket. Tries to set up the drone, but tricky situation now that we're sandwiched between the charge heavy and the instant overhead. Doesn't even need it to confirm here, but still just locks you down for an extra second.
Missed out and is able to follow through so effectively. Break in the end has to be oh dude, that's just evil. It's evil. The timing on the slingshot, just you're so compromised from full screen.
It's the combo breaker. It's so tricky. And now the pickup off the double S2. All right, trying to be tricky with the spacing on the 6-6Ms here, but mazetraps now down a zap and doesn't even have a super assist available. A bold mash out, not with a 5M, but with a 5H. But look, yeah, these slingshots just keeping you out, even when we're trying to set the level 1 hitbox on the screen.
My time for the one time. Distance closed in the medium. It's able to find a home here. It's going to be a round and a game. INZEM 1 away now.
Ooh. All right, first situation looking not too bad for mazetraps here, but like you said, the uphill battle of trying to get 2 rounds before INZEM knocks you out of the loser side. Perfect parries coming through on the super. Look at the meter we built up on INZEM's side.
After throw, is able to find the 2H. Love that as we set up for the limit strike. Whips a couple times, is able to utilize that slide exactly how it was intended. Goes for the jab, catches the retreating guard.
Tricky little 3L, just catching you trying to, you know, farm some more meter. Now with 3 bars to your name, I mean, you got some more resources for the Teemo super assist, but missing a character.
Doubled up on the whip here, is able to go for the tag and uses that 2H right at the perfect timing here. Fury is available and we have plenty of life to show for it, but maybe gonna hold on to it.
Escape, yep, just go for the TK laser. And run up, yeah, saved with the hit stun here with that slow-mo time winder. Look how much extra damage we got off of it. The double level 1s, run up, tries to make a get-up attack.
Oh, sneaks in with low, the entry point, so ridiculous. Super time winder as we're grinding this back a little bit. If we get the kill on Jinx, expect us to potentially invest the Fury, but no, again! We've seen that time and time again. Players, when they have enough of a lead, when they have that comfortable cushion to be able to chill, they're able to go so aggressive on the throw attempts there on those Yasuo mix-ups.
Wake up back there, my beloved. Oh my god. Okay, able to catch the assist behind the back. Point still chilling and no pickup after the air dash JH.
Roll jab.
Actually didn't end up going some side, yeah. Alright. The drone is ready, trying to chop through with the 5Ms. Tricky. Also going for the up-angled minigun just to make sure that you don't feel super comfy looking for the floats.
And here we're just doing a much better job of the zoning game. It's making Teemo feel a little bit more uncomfortable. The assist taking a decent chunk of damage too, but on the jump in commits with the dart and is able to find the touch. The break is forced.
Run up, trying to see if we can catch the float. Just barely ends up taking back. Doesn't get caught up by the slow-mo time winder, which would have been so much damage. And off of the scramble, the Ekko is going to be bringing mazetraps over to this corner.
Dude, and there's layers to how sick that is, because it catches the float. If they try and go for a parry on the ground to try and just defensively handle it, you're able to bait the you're able to bait the parry out. So much cool stuff coming out of that the upward angled super at that type of spacing.
Exactly. Ooh. Looks for the throw attempt before the monkey drone becomes active. Make sure you don't get the punish on the other side. But speaking of on both sides, it's this happy birthday. Teemo still in. The points should be dead as long as we're able to keep this combo up. Doesn't even need the super just yet.
And I think with how long of a combo this is, I think it's still going to kill. If not, it's going to be just the most magic of pixels. But that will do it for sure. INZEM is able to take the victory. Is able to avenge themselves on that one there and overcome that Jinx.
But we're going to see you guys for another first to 3 set in the losers finals. Once again, it's INZEM versus SoulDemon.
I also just said, I love this Ahri skin.
It's so good, man.
The dress is so cute, dude. Come on.
I'm waiting for it to get into my rotating shop. I'm praying, man.
He's like, dude, come on.
Please,
that's me.
please.
I'm waiting for I need Boom Boom Blitz in my stuff ASAP, bro.
Oh, there you go.
I'm patiently awaiting here as we do find the 2H and then forces the break in the early situation. So an early victory here, but you know the war's not over yet.
Ooh. There we go. Finds a tag out here. Back into the Teemo. Pick up with the Shroom Loops. Yeah, we're farming these badges right now.
Tripled up with the dart. I like that. Setting up well after the tag launcher. Limit strike. Goes for the very late activation of the chrono here. Is going to have more for the mix-up later and manages to get the punish on the throw.
Didn't quite get the full confirm to be able to kill SoulDemon, but it doesn't matter. We tag back out and tap you with the low. Such a big meter advantage from INZEM. That was like 5 backdashes to entirely avoid the time winder on incoming.
Try to double up on low. It's not going to work out. Retreating guard to avoid. Oh no! He stood and it hit him in the back of the head. That's so annoying.
Syncabeza, what a world, man. Wake up with the get up attack. One more of those should be enough to kill SoulDemon. So gotta play perfect around the Teemo, who has every opportunity to knock you out with a stray mushroom hit.
And that is the worst possible situation you could be in, is that Teemo stands inside of Big Mushroom and plants the brush. Yeah, you're gone.
Yep.
Like, there's just not much to be done at that point there. I've controlled the neutral, my son.
That's actually like a goodbye forever. I'll see you next round. Threatening the strike off of the rewind clone, so trying to stay in disguise here for SoulDemon, but ends up getting caught on the way back down.
Set it up again, late chrono strike. Following up pretty aggressively and is able to find the throw this time.
Take the break. We're going to tag into the Teemo after the double mushroom. Look, we almost had that badge ready and the super mushroom as well. We didn't even need the poison, but looking in perfect position to seal out game number 1. What? It could at the time winder. I was wondering why that mushroom was still on the screen.
Yeah. Oh no, gets the dart badge and is able to anti-air the 2-for-1 here. SoulDemon kind of on notice now. Nice check of the throw, but unfortunately a counter hit in the air is going to be a death sentence.
Ooh. All right, tag launch out. Don't even need the S2 super. The big mushroom stays in the back pocket as the single blow dart does the job. Game 1 to INZEM.
Teemo wins.
And that's the 1-0 here. And again, back into the first of threes. As right off the round start, Soul Demon, that is something that it's scary to do, but if you have the right ranges and you have the right buttons, something you have to kind of do. Going up to get Ahri after she's whipping Spirit Rushes at awkward spacings is always super important. And Soul Demon here, we'll get his get back there with the super.
There we go, block string into the mushroom. Oh, but a big fadeaway. Doesn't matter because Teemo is still pulling up with a booty bump. All right, that's burst out in the level 1.
Dashed up, delayed off the jab. Love the retreating guard. Wasn't willing to commit to the 2H there. 2H definitely could have been slick, but unfortunately, you know that assist is going to come out with the 2X assist on the other side.
Okay, mushroom loops. Should be a clean kill for INZEM. There we go. And we are so far away from burst in this first round here as well, so Soul Demon just trying to stall out and maybe build up some resources for the second.
Full screen surprised that mushroom actually didn't interrupt the super assist there. Finally manages to close the distance, but closing the distance just isn't enough. Goes for the tag immediately upon arrival. And again, the frame trap with that super almost gets the kill, but at this point, it's just, the damage is done, I think.
Fade away and tries to go for the down fireball, but after the air dash, INZEM clean with a solid anti-air.
Even there, looking in the right places. Oh, and again, because we're Ekko, we're not worried about the time winder there. Just swings away immediately and almost is able to get the jump loop.
Once again, you fade away. No jump loops to be seen, but it's okay. We were just looping mushrooms. Gets the badge. Oh my god, I was wondering if you were going to try and challenge the Ekko assist, but scary when the Ahri's above, just threatening that J2H as well. Double lariat, my time, but he's not quite in. That's burst out. Tricky.
Willing to get out of the way. The time winder was so unbelievably smart. Our positional awareness is on 1,000 right now.
Ooh, for the air-to-air, but even after the whiff, we got that double blow dart assist from Teemo on the way back down. Level 3 available. We spend the single super.
Oh, and again, the shovel. The shovel's too good.
Digging Soul Demon's grave slowly but surely. 3 rounds in a row, and INZEM in perfect position to seal it out. 3 bars in tow, but might not even need it. All right, 2-0 right now. One step closer to that grand finals.
Both these players fiending for the situation now. Is going to go straight in with the assist and commit super aggressively. He's looking for the low follow-up. It's not going to find it.
Yep. Okay, fade away fireball. Ooh, Tricky tried to run up with the, normal S1, but instead caught between the Teemo, already committed to that up back. Now INZEM catches you behind the back. Still so late into the combo, we finally burst out.
Okay, the air-to-air comes down with the Teemo normals. Assist timing, definitely smart. Pogo into the connection. Misses out on the full combo, though.
5H into the assist. Big whip on the 2S2, but yeah, scary. Your Ahri was 1 hit away from dying there. Still able to heal up a little bit in the back, but meanwhile, your Ekko's getting beat up.
Tough situation. Got to double up. Timing on the jump was just perfection. Still has freestyle, so you got to be careful here. He's going to hold the break until post freestyle. He's going to get thrown for the trouble.
Fade away. Ooh. Okay, delay jump, so nothing found off of the air-to-air attempt. Looking for a level 3 behind the back, but that rewind ends up catching the level 3. So you still get caught even after the bait attempt. It's okay, because your point finds the punish.
The throw extends even further. Misses out on the medium here and is going to go straight into the darts. Not going to chip out, though. Still fine. Really?
Do it again. Oh, yeah, bet it all on the hard tag, but still so long in recovery that now both of your characters are in chip damage territory, just trying to put out a projectile to hold on strong, but that mushroom is rapidly approaching. I love the air movement, but it's not enough.
Tags to give away the Ahri here. Will the Ekko...
No!
Oh, no! The Fury! It doesn't push him away, and INZEM's able to just go 2H on the cross-up.
Yeah, God, that had to be a moment of panic there, just losing track of the round counts. That was so much in INZEM's favor. Even with that one character, he still had a full life bar in tow. So I don't agree with it, but I imagine it was just heat of the moment. Set point INZEM.
Followed up with a knockdown, will go for the roll pass. Misses out on the 2H though. Combo routing, not quite there. Uh-oh. You're not dead? Yep. This is really tough.
Oh my God, the pickup after the shovel OTG. We're just farming the poison off of the mushrooms right now. Gold turns to purple, but we're still pulling up with the double assist. Finds a throw. Replay puts you in perfect situation even after the forward tech. We'll find a meaty though. Instead, tag out to the Ahri.
Jump timing was crucial there. Fireball unfortunately popped us back up into the sky, so wasn't able to get anything off of it. But still okay as we maintain control here.
Yeah, I like what we see from the Ahri Ekko, right? Time Winder to cover the ground, air, fireball to catch the skies, but it still doesn't matter as INZEM lands another beautiful air-to-air. Fade away, set the burning bush.
Dude, in the slingshot again. Was expecting to have to block the slingshot there. Nice jab! Misses the combo though. That was everything. That was our opportunity to stay in this one, and now unfortunately, oh no! He's able to get on the cross-up!
Woo! Oh my God, stop. Yeah, you tried to go for that level 1 to try and catch the assist behind the back while it was still out post-tag, but stopped by the Teemo assist instead. Now INZEM 2v1 to try and seal this out. Soul Demon finds the hit though, and we still have so much more damage off this level 1, but you didn't buffer the jump in time. You did the JL too early before you left the ground. It's Fury out, still a chance to stay alive.
Oh, and just like that, situation a bit compromised here as we're going to go straight into the darts to keep it simple as INZEM. Very nice. 3 games in a row is able to secure the victory here. Soul Demon, unfortunately, with an exit there at 3rd place. Finals, Hikari versus INZEM. Obviously, Hikari coming from the winner's side, as we said before. Can this Yasuo be the difference maker here? Can the wind wall keep the unfortunate hail of projectiles to come at the wayside? Really the biggest question we're going to need to answer here from the side of INZEM.
Yeah, let's see it. So many of these, answers to Teemo that we were seeing earlier were kind of hinging on the Jinx, and we saw Soul Demon unfortunately fall to the Teemo as well. So now with the Ekko Yasuo, let's see what answers Hikari has. And it seems like it's a lot of just wind wall into Pierce, wind wall into Pierce, but finally lost a little bit of patience here on, the Teemo side, and was able to find the hit with the double Ekko.
Okay, got the knockdown there. Went for the dash up. Get up attacks it. Oh my, and that's it. If anyone has been wondering why we're saying my time, that is it. The 80% he teleports to you, but this time we're able to get the answer there. That's 1.
You know, man, I guess we could just keep it going. I actually can't tell who has the life lead here either. I guess as we wait, it's going to be INZEM, right? Because his character was the one recovering the gray health. And that was definitely INZEM. Now that we got the happy birthday going on, clean pickup with the level 1 and almost 100% down across those 2 characters.
Once again, setting up with the late situation there, is able to find the jab and take the finish. A character up now. Resource advantage slightly in Hikari's favor, but unfortunately now is going to be stuck back at the full screen as the big one is going to come up now.
Fade away. He can't get it. Help! Assist me! What do I do?
Still has one more instance. Never mind. Round 1.
What is a man to do? When you're Teemo with a life lead, you are truly not forced to. Oh my God. My time. I'm in. Not able to make your way in, but Ekko is. So now we have Hikari up against the corner once more. Jump through with 5M. Run it up. Oh my God. Caught with the straight time winder. Locked down with a couple bullets. But even all the setup of the Teemo mushrooms wasn't enough. We still got burst though.
Okay. Another big commitment there as we're going to dig up the mushroom. Unfortunately, gets tagged into a really compromised spot there. Gonna call the assist, try and get aggressive.
Once again, fading away. Look at the health lead from INZEM. Really just forcing the onus on Hikari. How are you gonna make your way back in? Doesn't matter, I'll swap the sides. And catch you with a slingshot as well. Ooh. All right, finally finds a handshake tag, just chewing away at the HP. Yasuo pulls up. It's not gonna be the kill. We don't have the level 3 available. Ooh. Okay, clean parry coming out from the Burrito Oki. Double charge heavy, still got some more damage from the Teemo S2.
Just like that, is going to be able to bring it to the corner. And as always, as I said before, with Teemo, it feels like it's never a question. You are definitely dead for it.
Yep. It's not the design you would think of a high damage character, but especially when you've been able to optimize, get a strong starter, smack it with a frying pan. INZEM trying to stay alive with the Fury, but scooped up. 25 seconds left on the clock, and Dash cancels the get up attack. Anything to try and save some time, but game 1 to INZEM.
And Hikari's doing a really good job so far of being able to navigate the mushrooms and being able to close the distance. Unfortunately, it's just not turning into the types of hits, the types of damage, the pressure that we need. Closing the gap is just not enough, unfortunately.
Fade away. No anti-air on the jump in. Ooh, but does get caught out here. Maybe a frame trap off the Teemo double dart. Set up the 2S1, down time winder, fade away back to the rewind. Barely anything got off the install, but still just running down the time. This is payback for Sparking Zero is crazy. Who's getting paid back, man? Proxy had to do both. He's serving his time and then some, bro.
I'm getting body.
You had to have been evil in a past life, bro. You got Sparking Zero, you got Teemo timeouts, just chilling out here on the other side of the screen. But Hikari finally able to start the turn. But look at the defense from INZEM, chilling on the freestyle.
Give the pressure up here as we're continuing to just handle business with the slingshot. Okay, and the break, able to save us.
Double mushroom. Oh, it actually just disappears when it lands into the wind wall. I was wondering if it would just bounce off, but oh, speaking of bounces off of the parry, it's parry on the assist though, so barely gets you too much space.
Good job mitigating some of these things in the mid-range here. And I respect that. It sucks, but it's a very high-level thing you have to do sometimes. Send your assist out, make him take the hit, trade your assist timer for the actual connection.
He's in. All right. Air to air. Yeah, so tricky to try and challenge. Even if you find the hit, you have to be terrified of that full charge slingshot just breaking your combo, so keeps you so passive even on the chicken block. Ooh. Teemo finds another kill. Still full break available for INZEM. Favorite JH, 20 seconds on the clock.
That should do it there. Absolutely is able to commit to the level 3. Able to get back into the situation now. Easy kill from there.
Ground on the side of INZEM.
Roll. It's actually, we're looking pretty decent for the reset here. We're halfway there.
Ooh. Double dash, tag in. Yeah, but you're not able to find the combo breaker off of the slingshot. That wind wall, even after we got hit, just keeping us, a little bit healthier.
Following up once again, super time winder into the air to air. Doesn't quite jump high enough and can't get the follow up here. INZEM, the Ekko is somehow going to be able to survive the situation and go for the follow up. It's the limit strike into the corner.
Yeah, built up a little bit of break as well, but now stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Finally caught out. The defense was looking so strong for all these previous rounds, but finally a 2L opens you up. Tapping on the doors, stagger with the 5L. Maybe trying to mash out of a potential throw attempt, but now finally around looking in Hikari's favor as we delete the demon. We still have 3 super assists potentially, but you're in a beautiful situation here. Tag launcher, I'm assuming not what we were looking for on the incoming there, but INZEM with a reversal of fortune still needs 2-3 more good hits to be able to bring this round back. Let's throw down.
Oh, the parry! The absolute monster of a parry there, Hikari. Okay, listen, signs of life, we're still in it.
Still big break advantage for INZEM, but just being able to put a round on the board. Already a good start. Playing Zen right now, throws out the S1, but still caught out here by the Ekko.
Oh, and after the tag, I think INZEM thought that Hikari was going to play it a little more passive as they landed. No way, we're able to go straight to the gas pedal, keeping it aggressive. The cross-up comes through, and as you can see, listen, I get hit by that in my ranked matches all day, and you can see it even works at the top level.
Trying to chill at the top of the screen with the up back, but to be found. Still finds a cross through for the sandwich pressure, but the double cross through roll into rewind caught you on the toes, lacking with this 2L.
Ball with the rewind there. Tag launcher, bringing in the Yasuo, who has plenty of meter to seal the deal. Back down to earth. This is the level 1. And of course the follow-up there. So Hikari is going to be able to get on the board here. Way to restabilize, and maybe just needed a game to kind of get their sea legs or readjusting to the types of situations that INZEM's able to set up and being able to navigate that Teemo neutral, because it can be difficult, especially if you like haven't played against Teemo all day and then finally you're like, all right, here it is. How am I getting past these mushrooms?
Exactly. They were seated on opposite sides of the bracket, so, you know, maybe something that just needs a game and a half to try and reacquaint yourself to. But still, looks like wind is back in the sails. Hikari draws first blood in this game 3.
Set it up, canceled early. I love that we canceled it early there to make sure the wind wall stayed as well. Full screen. We're keeping it chilling. No reason to overextend here. You don't have to approach as a Hikari. You just have to continue to chill, and just that's the one thing you have to worry about. You have to be aware and ready for the situation when Ekko's able to close the distance like that.
Yeah, it's tricky, right? When you get the assist caught out, still one of these ways where even when your point is playing so passive, you have to be perfect about enforcing that to make sure that Ekko isn't just chewing away at your assist HP. But now, Teemo doing the same on your point, finally tagging out to try and get a little bit of that gray health back, but off of the stagger, no high, no low, it's just throw.
This one traded out. Back down to earth, working out well. Back to the wind wall, and is able to go for the tag. And slowly but surely, it's just gonna have to close the distance. And actually, tries to go for it with the burst option there, but ends up looking so ready for that. More ready than we were before.
Yeah. Right, the patience just swiping away at the mushrooms right now, trying to make your way back in with the freestyle, but even when you finally make your space in... Okay, wait. Tag actually able to keep you a little bit against the corner, but assists are right back up. Oh my god. Watch out. Watch out.
Right there, poison still applied. Crosses up and finds the 2H. Still looking decent here.
Dude, 15 seconds of the health is actually looking pretty even. Hikari, with that Ekko in the back, is recovering a little bit of that gray health, but really wants to secure one more hit to make sure that we're healthy on the HP. Not able to hit Ekko behind the back in 5 seconds. It should be health lead for INZEM, but it's a throw to try and even things back up at the level 1. Should put it in Hikari's favor.
Just barely is able to clutch that one out. The round goes his way. It's halfway to closing out the tournament now. Dashes up and finds the low. Mashes on the roll, though. Doesn't want to let that commitment go to their side. Charge heavy, forces the stand, but just looks for the cross up instead.
Yep. All right, stands too heavy. Back into the tag launcher. We're trying to get as much off of this as possible because we don't know when our next hit is going to be. We're just trying to one turn, one chance as much as we can and take out... Oh! Okay, it's fine. Chip damage, my beloved. Straight hit, the quadruple backdashes, the rage from training mode, Net Neo. You're just in time for grand finals, and you're just in time for my time. Once again, the lariat into tag coming out for Hikari this time.
Oh
Caught him
no,
back dash.
lands and swings, calls the assist, the perfect timing, continues to come through as the damage adds up.
Double, triple on the booty bump, and we got the poison bump. Come on, man! Neutral jump 4x mushrooms into the air throw when you finally have the bravery to jump forward. INZEM quickly tying up the life lead.
Back down to the earth once again. Poison continuing to add up as that badge is available. Misses out on the instant overhead and tries to go for the float delay, but the perfect parry puts us back into the corner once again.
Yep. Parry on the assist. And now just looking for an opportunity to frame trap. There we go. Fury out from Hikari. Woo! Oh, no.
Fury dash cancel to try and bait it too. I love the idea, but what patience from INZEM here as the timer continues to run down. 30, just a little over 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yep, trying to bait a little bit of movement here as well. Healed up off of the Fury, but trying to make sure we're not caught into the mushroom. And straight into the level 3, avoids that super 2 entirely to find the kill with the cinematic.
Absolutely genius, top to bottom, is able to utilize that to completely nullify the terrible situation that INZEM had put him into. As Hikari is going to be one game away from being able to claim the championship here.
Maybe we got rage baited in the first game, but I don't know, the Zen has washed over. We did a little meditation in between game 1 and game 2, and Hikari with the win back in his sails. Again, but even on the wins, right, so many of these rounds are going so close, whether it's the time or even just these tiny opportunities to mash back out. It's up back J2H. Now Hikari putting INZEM back into the corner. Oops.
Oh my god, and the late crossover with a jump S1. I love it, I love it. But unfortunately there, it's immediately caught by the pogo. Good mix-ups on your side. Do not, unfortunately, put you in a position to survive on the defense.
Yep, run up, jump L, hit the assist, but swings right into the S2, that little blade rip. He's in, trying to send the slingshot, but it's caught up on the wind wall. It doesn't matter, we got strike throw on the side of the Ekko. As INZEM takes a character down.
Rewind to avoid the near-death situation there.
Ooh. Yeah, trying to air stall and avoid the mushrooms, but ends up getting anti-aired for your troubles. Just waits for your fate once more. INZEM, such a big life lead.
That's up for the knockdown for the second time, and oh man, could have done something a little bit slower here, but wants to make you watch the full movie, the animation to cut through. INZEM is able to take the round now.
Yeah, make him watch the movie. Give yourself a little bit of time to breathe as well to get that momentum back into your sails. Let's fade away. No backdash is seen from INZEM either, just looking for that immediate 5L. Rare footage of Teemo's ult. So used to seeing the S2 and the S1 super. Finally had that S3 available. Or sorry, the level 3 available. By the way, level 1 coming out from Ekko.
Got him with the max distance there. S2 commitment. It'll keep it in the corner. Gonna set up for the chrono break one more time after the limit strike. And we've seen this again and again. Has time to react off of that one, but is able to find the tech. Surprised to see we had time for it.
Watch out. Set the brush, but finally caught on fire. Tries to catch you on the way over to avoid the mushrooms, but Windwall set up once more.
Oh no, and sees the judgment cut there, is able to double commit, tags straight back into the matchup here, and tries to be safe from full screen. Instead, it's going to be the break off the table. Ekko for INZEM being a little bit more aggressive.
Ooh. S2. Once again, establishing this health lead up against Hikari.
Just spend it. Make sure you get the kill. No need for extra, unnecessary execution. Tournament combos. We're able to take the finish now and still has a massive life lead here.
Ooh, okay, caught you on the approach. Tried to dash on through, but there you go. Fury burst out from Hikari. You gotta I don't know, man. You got 30 seconds on the clock, an immense life lead. You have to play perfect here with some of the biggest baits and highest starters that you can, but caught on the other side. INZEM, even with no meter to his name, whether it's a stall out or whether it's an actual kill up to 5 L's start, it's Poison Dart, it's Tag Launch, and it's going to game 5.
Oh, dude, actually unbelievable here. The adjustments have been so good from Hikari top to bottom here, but INZEM able to continue to just brute force it down now on the air-to-air straight away at the start of game 5 here. Is going to commit to the super, but the parries, unfortunately, not going to fully confirm through.
Double take the break. And now we're back into Teemo, baby. Send it with the Sonic the Hedgehog, the Mushroom Super. Oh my god, why does it do so much damage? Yeah, I first down too, man. Alright, fade away off the double 5L. This is a rough spot. Once again, like, INZEM has such a big life lead that, you know, we're taking to the skies, crossing ourselves back out of the corner when we can, and catching you with the Ekko Lariat into tag once more. Such a big burst advantage, too.
Oh no, the damage with the loop is so ridiculous there. They're able to farm so much of our badges as we keep the pressure up against the wall here. The invisibility made things a little bit weird on the mix-up there as INZEM is just absolutely dominating the round now. Looking like we potentially, I don't want to call it too early, but the reset is looking kind of tough here.
Bro, they said tap, get 1 mushroom token. That's evil, man. Talking about tempo, but yeah, even though we got the knockdown, still have to worry about that S2 super, so ends up getting caught in the assist. I mean, the assist's already dead, so it doesn't matter too much, but one less thing you can use to try and traverse the screen. Just waiting it out after the slingshot, but 2L puts INZEM on reset point.
Double for the jump over. Nice block. 2 good blocks in a row. Okay, but unfortunately, finally tries to counter poke and can't quite get what we wanted.
Watch out, watch out. Double, triple poison mushroom. Doesn't quite get the bounce off of the mushroom, but trying to keep you at bay. All right. Able to find time to set up the wind wall. That space.
Mushroom popping up. Big mushroom though, unfortunately. The march continues forward, is gonna sacrifice Ekko to the demon himself. And he's able to set up the wind wall once again.
Yep. Okay, S1 to clear out the mushroom. Still 80 seconds left on the clock, but we gotta remember, right? Still a slight health lead available for INZEM. So again, even though we're up against the corner, doesn't quite get the double dash into 5M. Should have really secured the life lead. Ooh.
One got the knockdown. Manages to get aggressive, get up attack. Oh no! The reversal of fate on that one pushes him straight back out.
Yep. 60 seconds left on the clock. Slight health lead for Hikari, but INZEM still with the meter has a lot of safe ways to try and even that back out. I'm watching out. Slingshot just barely not able to reach full screen, but you know what does the double Ekko assist. Still swiped up here off of the trade and behind the back with the charge S2.
And that is that if Hikari loses the reset here and it goes to the next set, that's going to be the story of it. I feel like we've had a couple opportunities here, but crucial little touches like that aren't turning into much. Finally is able to convert off the knockdown there. Even went for the tag to try and extra bait out the break if it did come through. But that's 20 seconds left on the clock now with Hikari sitting on a pretty decent lead.
Yeah, and you called it, right? It's the reversal of fortune. You're feeling so comfortable for the first 80, 90 seconds, but now you're trying to run down the clock. I don't know if I agree with the Spirit activation, but it's such an uphill battle to now play Hikari, who's so comfortable with the keep away that he catches you on the other side. That's first down, a level 1, and still it's final game, final round. Could be tournament point, and it could be reset as well.
Resource advantage here for Hikari. Just full sends the jump at the start. Doesn't go for the tag, luckily, so there's no whiff punish.
Big resource advantage on the side of Hikari. Of course, it's not going to get you the way in, but at least might save a little bit of that life deficit. Yeah, early burst from Hikari.
You see, trying to use that stance as aggressively as we can. Be able to slice the mushrooms on the ground. Got the hit on both and looks to get aggressive, but Ekko standing up just blocks a little bit.
All right, send out the S2 super. Showing on the wind wall. Might as well consume it if that mushroom's going to go through regardless. Ooh, okay, able to find the wind wall pierce. Really good for the Tampa. Now we finally have some close range pressure started up. Throws up on the Teemo. Tag launch.
Mark on the tag. It's going to go straight in once again. Slice through, and he's going to be able to double up on the supers, which is enough to kill Hikari on a massive advantage now.
Yeah, again, this is the win con, right? Getting Teemo off the screen, even though that super assist is so good, so smart to roll through and avoid it entirely to make sure that we're not getting caught on our own block string. The triple backdash, 50 seconds left on the clock. How is INZEM going to be able to bring this back?
The trade, jump in there, S1, dashes through and gets the throw. Waited out for the get up attack there, was trying to be a little bit too patient. That's going to be a hit and a full confirm now, and it's down to the 1v1. Oh no, finally it is their time.
INZEM's back in it. What better way to stop it than with an Ekko mirror? And you still don't have enough fury built up off of this. You're trying to get as much damage as possible before that burst is available. Doesn't quite get the limit strike, so take the break. It's a guaranteed burst point. When are you going to use your fury, INZEM? You're gradually losing the life lead too.
Persist not going to connect. Oh! Dashes up and gets the block. It's absolute perfection for Hikari on the ending situation. Is able to extend and take the victory. What a way to end the tournament series. Hikari, so well deserved as your champion for the TNX iBUYPOWER tournament series. Oh my God.